Tonight's Factspiration is, according to the recovered D3 of power, what would you do if fear wasn't an issue and you couldn't fail? Oh my god.
Dang. That's a
wow. You've only got a recap.
Titans. Boom, campaign done. Like...
You've only got the recap to think that one through. All right, who would be an appropriate person to ask that question? Moxena would probably ask that question. Also, you might notice that Skotrick, your patron deity, has blessed you with another fanspiration.
Mm-hmm. I can tell we're getting close to that third spell slot.
All right, does anybody want to do a recap of what happened last week for a point of DM inspiration? If you are interested in such an opportunity, throw a d20 into chat. Oh, the mini fridge runneth low. I will send my Paizo Kobold downstairs to get more. Such a fucking sellout. Okay. All right, Maya, take it away.
All right. I'm trying to remember where we started. Okay, yeah, we started on our way back to Fire Island to pick up Kyra. Mm-hmm. On our way there, we got beset by a strange weather phenomenon where all the sea froze over, and storm elementals and ice elementals came and accosted us, asking for us to pay a blood price for losing Versi. So we a fight broke out, and we had to defend ourselves. They decided to try to destroy the ship, and when that didn't seem possible, they tried to abscond with Sibo. It was a pretty hard fought battle. The ship got damaged, pretty damaged, but in the end, we didn't lose too many crew. Hardly, not many crew died in the process, and we were able to fend them off and eventually make it past this frozen ice area. Eventually, we finally did make it to Fire Island, but it was a much slower trip due to our disfavor with Sidon and the damage to the ship. But we did eventually make it there safely. Once we got there, we were able to meet up back with Kyra. She had become the new queen of, second queen of Fire Island for the lizard folk. And she didn't seem pretty happy about us leaving her. And not letting her be the queen of Themis. But I mean, she's now a queen now in her own right, without my help, which is good, I guess. What else? We informed her about what happened on the Island of the Fates, and it was a pretty somber moment for her, where knowing that Versi has been taken. None of us are sure if she's actually been killed or not, but we do know that we think that Versi is too valuable of an asset to the Fates that they would just kill her. But I do know they do like to corrupt, so I'm hopefully she was able to, she's still there and hasn't been tampered with too much yet. We kind of try to figure out what we were going to do next and what would happen if we went back to the Island of the Fates. One question that came up that Kyra posed us is that who was going to take over the job of the Fates if we were to go there and remove them from their position. And we didn't have a decent enough, a clear answer among ourselves. Andronikos is wondering, why do we need the Fates at all? And I'm wondering if it's possible to uncorrupt them so that they could still be in power, or who around here could be put in their place. It's a very hard, very serious decision, and I'm not sure if we have an answer for it yet. One thing we did know is that we were not equipped to handle the guardians that guard the Fates. Our party is too reliant on magic, and without magic, we find ourselves at a major disadvantage. And then Kyra brought up that there's a turtle on this island who's very strong and might be able to help us. I think that's where we left off.
And that's where we left off. Go ahead and take your DM inspiration.
Yeah, well done.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Much less rambly than mine tend to be.
Aw. All right. Then let's see. Does anybody want to answer the factspiration question? Just pretty easy. What would you do if fear wasn't an issue and you couldn't fail? Just throw out a die if you're interested in that sweet factspiration. Oh my goodness. Julian coming in strong with an 18.
6.
Cameraman Pork not really into it. Going once.
I guess I was
going
going to
twice.
do this,
Sold to Julian.
Well, if I didn't experience fear anymore and I couldn't fail at whatever I wanted to do, I guess I'd just sort of end our Odyssey, wouldn't I? I'd just go up and rip Sidon's stick off.
Wow.
And, supplant a Costas, all the bullies out there.
Is that what you think the purpose of our Odyssey is?
It's not that
All
far
this
off.
time.
All right, Andronicus. It's the friendships we made along the way. But, seriously, if I couldn't fail, I'd just do away with them. Be done with it. One less bully in the world. Costas, too. Kick him into the sea.
All right.
It's the dicks we ripped off along the way. Yes.
It is an expected answer, but that's fair. You may ask the same question of any one NPC you've met during your Odyssey.
I don't know. I didn't realize that my mother wanted to be a queen so badly. I kind of want to ask her what she would do if she didn't have any blocks or any filter.
Oh wow. It's super meta. So you'd have to promise that you never heard this from me.
Heard what now? From who?
Exactly. Okay. If Kyra didn't have to worry about fear and couldn't fail, she would tell all of you the truth. There you go. All right.
Heavy.
Yeah, that means she's constantly lying to us.
So let's jump into it. Okay, good times. All right. So we left off in Fire Island village, where you guys had met with Queen Kyra and had discussed the fate of the world, essentially. Just little things like that. Oh, she's dead still. Hold on. There we go. And before we begin, there were some changes to the world patch document. Minor actions have been added. They are optional. You do not have to participate in the playtesting of these, but they will be playtested against you in a court of law. So don't be too surprised if monsters are doing weird shit now because they're using minor actions. Let's see. The one change that is not optional is we have changed the way that fear works. So we are no longer using the 5e frightened condition. We're using the Pathfinder 2 frightened condition. It's just a lot more interesting, and it allows you to still function while frightened in a more equitable way. So essentially, when you are frightened, it has a value. That value goes down after each of your turns until it is 0 and you are no longer afraid. The penalty that you suffer to all of your attack roll, all of your dice rolling, your d20 dice rolling, and all of your DCs, including your armor class, is equal to the amount of fear that you have. Much like temp HP, if a bigger fear comes or a fear effect is reapplied while you have a lesser fear effect, you always take the higher of the two. They will not stack. All right. In play, it's very interesting. And I think it'll be good. So yeah, just want to get that out of the way. Let me change out the music. You guys take it away. Where's them sweet jungle flutes, baby? Yeah.
Yes.
Give me them sweet
Maybe
jungle
a brass
flutes.
drum.
Take me off to. Oh, let me see if I got. All right, let's see if I can find something. I think Bardify has a new jungle beat. Let's see. I want to fly to Italy and I want to shake Bardify's hand.
You want some guy to lock up drums? You know, go.
Oh yeah, send him over. Send over the Jihaz drums.
You see the
All
lizard
right,
folk all rimming the volcano, playing on their drums.
I joined Bardify's Patreon, even though they provide no bonuses whatsoever for being a patron, just because I want them to have some money, because I think they do such a good job making music.
Was like the most altruistic Patreon creators. Probably not the best business model, but definitely some altruism there.
Yeah. I think I'm still giving that Mango guy money every month through coffee because he made it so we could roll 2 dice again in Foundry.
and now it also works with Crash's automatic blind rolls.
Nice.
Oh, the time has almost come. Spring break, baby. That's when we're going to Foundry 10. Spring break.
Ripper made a mod that you could press Z and it does push a token in the back. It's not good. I don't like it. It's pretty bad.
I just got to launch these 30 websites, and then I'll be able to start thinking about other things. So, all right. I'll throw these drums on in the background per request of Nim, who is not here.
Play me out.
All right. Beautiful. They just synergize so well with the flutes of the jungle.
Is Spirit actually here? Did you just grab everyone?
Oh yeah, my bad. She was standing too close to you when Scotty teleported you guys into the volcano. All right. But Brianna's here. She heard there's a new queen on Ireland. She's like, "Oh yes, queen, you were making that bikini work. Are these fresh human skulls?" And so they're having a really nice time talking about it.
All right. Does that count as another one of her ticks off her?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Does talking to me count as one of her?
Fuck yeah, it does. That's 2. Is it it? She maxed out now?
I think. Hold on, let's find out.
So, Maya, Kyra, the dude from like the really slimy car salesman guy.
Pickles Cage.
Stavros, Pickles Cage.
Valis.
That's 5 already. There were more than that.
Valis and Arigia.
Yeah. No, I think she only needed 5, so I think she was actually done already.
All right. Well, while you guys are figuring out what the fuck you're gonna do, I'll head over to the B team document and upgrade her.
Okay.
Say that like we're going to figure out what the fuck of it.
I'd like you very much to figure out what you're going to do, please.
So I feel like
I want to fight the damn fates, but I don't think we're ready.
I think we should check out the. We need to go to Thylea's Archery again. There's some.
Hear me out. Hear me out. We free those weird insect guys.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You know what?
So okay,
I
bet eventually they would defeat the fates, though. Like
so,
and obliterate the world as we know it.
We got 3 options really, I guess. It's do some. I guess we can try and meet this swole like strong person to see if they can help us. We can go back to the fates, or we can go to yonder.
Well, I think part of that arithmetic should be meeting up with this individual and seeing if they tip the scales in our favor enough. I mean, if nothing else, they'll help us with yonder if we end up going there instead.
Alana comes up to you and says, "I've been talking to some of the locals. They say he's the biggest guy on the island."
I mean, size is relative, so... Like, how big are we talking? Like... Just like a head taller? Or are we talking like twice the size? 4 times the size? I mean, how big?
I get differing answers. Some of them point to boulders, some of them just hold up fists. All of them seem to believe he's the biggest guy.
All right.
Is he Theros is big?
You talk to them, Maya. I don't know.
I think we should stop asking and just go and see for ourselves, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need muscle. I mean, one way or another, we will need the extra help. Not to mention that I think we're going to be prime target for wherever we head next, and having another warrior on our side will not be a bad thing.
All right. I guess that's first order. Once we meet them and figure out their, where that stands, then we can know whether to go back to the Islands of the Fates or to yonder. I am worried that if we don't go back to the Island of the Fates soon, then that might have been full on forfeit for Versi. But I'm not sure.
Well, again, let's meet this new chap, and then we'll make a decision from there.
Oh, so he was AFK. Did we ask Lebo last session if he would know if Versi died?
I think he sent her a message, but there was no response.
Okay.
But he was able to send her a message.
I think he knew that she was alive when he sent it, but there wasn't any response. Right?
That way, whenever we storm the castle, we'll at least have confirmation. What state she's gonna be in?
Sorry, I was over here getting some coffee. The beans here are really nice.
Sibo, how sure are you that Versi's still alive?
100%. I'm 100% sure that she received my message.
All right. Well, if there's a way to rescue her, I think we need to pursue it with all due haste.
So we're going to yonder then. Is that what we decided?
I think so. I don't know. I'm gonna take me over here with my B team token. I don't know if I've been upgraded enough to make decisions like this. I don't know. You want me to take the wheel?
For yonder,
you always
we need to figure out what we want to do. What we want to do going there. I know our main goal is to get the other part of the Antikytherian, but what else is? I think what Chandra's told us that is pretty much like it's the seat of power for the Side Knights. So.
Oh yeah, it's like we got two excellent options.
Well, don't worry. That just means we have to go in like a ninja. Cred says to you, because Cred came with you. Nobody picked out a B team, so he just showed up.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, Falana, Corinna, Brianna, Cred, and Maya's dad.
There we go.
They all just handed me their B team tokens. I didn't know. Tell them no.
So,
as much as I like the idea of going in stealthily, we have not had a good track record with that.
Oh, well, I can teach you. You could attend Cred's ninja turtle training.
That plus Telemachus' training. I mean, how could we fail?
You need to train your brain as much as your physicality.
Huh? No, look. If someone looks at you, you just go in your shell, and then you look like a rock. And he goes into his shell, and he looks like a turtle shell.
And then what?
Then they go away, and then you go out and you keep sneaking. Now, alternatively, I had another idea. What if we took some of the crates, hear me out, from the ship? We carried them around, and whenever people were coming, we put the crates over ourselves and hid under them.
I
heard that works on some newly developed constructs, but I don't know if it would work on people.
Maybe if we just had some sort of mundane way of beating the Fate's Guardians. Maybe some sort of explosive or something.
Well, let me see here.
Someone else came along. The camera panned over.
We just heard it within our hearts.
Oh no, he's there.
Oh, no.
He's always there, watching.
I just
Sure,
realized
there was fire.
He completed Cred's Ninja Turtle training class. So
Oh no,
Yeah.
you gotta keep him away from Telebacas, otherwise we're gonna have some problems.
I'm something of a Ninja Turtle myself. Yeah.
Isn't that right, Peter?
well, there's something, and I did, over after completing Themis and doing becoming queen, I did spend some time training, and I did learn a few new spells, and one of them is scrying. If we need to look, ahead,
Actually,
maybe
that
I
would
could
be
see
a
some.
huge asset because we came up with fuck all when we tried to research architectural designs, anything related to Yonder. They just had nothing in the library.
But with scrying, I think at least my understanding is that they could know that they're being looked on.
Y'all is able
Well,
to see such things.
I think it's worth a risk. But that's.
Do we really
that's-
care if they know we're looking? They know someone's looking. They don't necessarily know who.
I guess that's true.
They can probably guess, but
You think Yala has been to Yonder and can give us some information?
I mean, it's certainly possible. Wouldn't hurt to ask. You are her queen.
I mean,
after all.
they're right over there.
Well.
Yala, you guys catch Yala and Blazing Ben. They're holding hands and
Oh my
admiring
God.
these behemoth bones together.
how many BT members are on this?
Oh, I mean, they're not out necessarily on the B team. They could just be out
Oh my
here
God.
and in
Yeah.
danger.
Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean,
if anybody's
is
gonna be
somebody
out in danger.
is somebody going to tell Yala she's not allowed to get off the boat? I mean, that
No.
there you go. Yeah.
No.
So
I got this.
There's a reason why Xibo's 40 feet underground right now.
Yeah.
yeah, as you approach, Yala says, "These bones, they are as hard as your abdomen muscles." And she touches the bones, and then she touches his muscles. As she does, you hear the sizzle, as if bacon is being placed on a skillet. He smiles at her with his winning, handsome smile. She seems very distracted.
Hey, Yala,
Huh? Oh, yes?
have you been to Yonder?
Yes, I have been to Yonder. I visited there with my brother, Hergeron. He
See,
is in charge of the island. Why? Are
we
you
are
finally
thinking-
planning to go there?
Yes, we are going there soon, and we just want to have some more information before we do.
When you say soon, she smiles in a knowing way. And you hear Blazing Ben snicker a little bit.
Well, we've got at
Soonish.
least 2 or 3 hours more of planning before we.
And Blazing Ben is trying really hard to just kind of keep it in. And he's just staring off at some pterodactyls off in the distance.
So, if any information you can give us, that would definitely make this happen sooner.
Sure. What would you like to know?
All right, she turns to everybody. We have an open book here.
Where are the prisoners stored?
There are many prisoners because there are many fortresses.
Is it comparable in size to perhaps Themis? How big of an island is Yonder?
I believe it is a little bit smaller than Themis, yes. There is, It is bigger than it looks, but most of the island is full of my father's troops and followers. There are Many. She takes the book from you and she kind of closes her eyes as if she's trying to remember. You see her third eye remains open and begins kind of glowing, as if she's like deep in thought, trying to recall something. And she says, "It has been a while since I was there. They asked me to join their crusade against the settlers and prepare for the upcoming war. But I told them my allegiance was with Themis."
You made a wise decision.
I
Staying true to
suppose.
yourself versus their whims.
Let's see. Yonder, sort of shaped like this.
Is there a central command base on it? And if so, where
Like
would that be
this.
located?
And then there's a lot of mountains like this. And then Hergeron's fortress is located within the ancient library on a plateau in the center, right here. This is the inlet bay, but heavily guarded, many ports in the bay. There's a little island off to the north. Let me see. There are several fortresses located at key locations on the coast. There's also an inlet sea here, and it was a pass through the mountains from this major military base here that leads up to the library. But surrounding the library in this basin is more military bases, like a lot of them. Imagine if all the tribes of Themis were organized, and then there was 3 or 4 times as many.
And it's a mixture of both the native populations, like Gigan centaurs, Fae, as well as humans that have pledged allegiance to Sidon. Yes.
Yes, they have dragons that they ride on. There is Gigans and Cyclops. There are Centaur, Minotaurs. There are many human troops and human adjacent. Those amongst settlers who believe that Sidon's will is right.
See,
Does that help you at all?
It does, actually.
It does.
It does.
This is sort of an odd question, but given that there are a lot of soldiers about, and they're, I can't believe that they'd be forced march every single day, training every single day. Is there like a pleasure district, a brothel? I mean, something for the soldiers to unwind at?
The Sidonites are encouraged to sodomize each other as often as they like to relieve such pressures.
A straightforward approach.
I suppose it's efficient, but
it is actually a very efficient practice to relieve oneself with a comrade before entering into battle. The Amazons practice such behaviors as well. I was under the assumption that you and Versi were practicing such things, based on the noises that you make. Or made, before she was taken.
The relationship I have with Versi is complicated.
Well, I don't care about it, so you don't need to tell me.
I wasn't going to go into the details. It was complicated. Anyway, I was just thinking that if there was a red light district that, that could be our way in, but...
Why would the red light district be your way in?
Easier to blend amongst them.
Yes.
Why not just dress up as soldiers?
I don't think we would pass the soldiers very well. I mean, how often do they bring in new recruits?
You're not that wimpy, Julian.
Well,
I
it
don't.
must be
thank you.
I don't know.
monumental.
I do not know how frequently they bring in new recruits, but I know that your time runs short. The war is soon to be upon us. There are likely many, many troops since the last time I was there.
Must be a monumental task to keep such an army provisioned and out of trouble.
With magic, all things are possible. A combination of calming their emotions and magically creating enough food generally keeps everyone happy. Hergeron is a master of magic. And those closest to him practice all manner of spells.
Wait.
The great library that...
You said
Yes.
Hergeron's using magic to keep everyone in line. Keep emotions on even keel and keep everyone fed. If those things were to go away, they'd tear each other apart.
Do you think so?
I think you need to deal with all their generals for good measure. If we're being honest.
Well, yes, but I mean, if you take out the head, then the warlords, the other generals, they're going to start infighting. Trouble is that it really only works if we can get in and get out.
I don't know, Julian. They have an external, almost religious leader that's in charge of them. In a regular army or in a band of marauders, you might be right, but I'm not sure if Sidon's army would similarly fall upon itself.
Well, that's the thing. I think it would have to be twofold. We would have to remove Hergeron if he's the one that's keeping everything tied together, and then you'd have to sow rumors amongst the various betas, various factions.
Before we go any further, what's our goal here?
Yala says, it sounds like Julian's goal is to kill my brother.
I mean, assassinating Hergeron wouldn't be a bad approach.
But kind of a heavy-handed one, though. We could always capture him and keep him prisoner rather than, killing him.
How would you capture him? He is a master of magic.
Yeah, I think that would be much harder.
It'd be harder, but it's...
What's your relationship with Hergeron, Yala?
I think he is a braggart and an idiot. I think that he overestimates just how smart he is, and that makes him a fool.
You remember at the Great Games?
I think, like all of you, he uses magic as a crutch to make up for his many weaknesses.
Yala, are you on good terms with him? Would you be able to get an audience
No.
with him if you wanted?
I declined his offer to join his war. He did not take that well.
Would he be suspicious if you were to, go to him and say, I changed my mind after what happened on Themis?
Julian, I don't think this is the kind of scheme that Yala really appreciates.
Why would I partake in deception? Such behavior is for weaklings who cannot stand on their own 2 feet for what they believe in.
I don't know how to square that circle, Yala, because I think you know what my convictions are. It's just I have to play to.
I think your
my
convictions
strengths.
are one of being a coward and a sneak.
My methods
It is fine.
differ from yours.
Amongst my
Yes.
siblings, you would find many who believe what you believe. But that is not who I am, and it will never be.
I apologize for asking the offensive question then.
Nothing you say offends me. You are a man.
Well,
That
on
would be
note-
like being offended by a stray dog.
Yala,
Yes?
Well, I think on that note...
would you be willing? Would you be willing to train some of the members of our crew in combat?
Of course.
I think perhaps adding that into the rotation the work rotation would be a good idea. Maybe toughen them up a little bit so that they don't get killed during any sea conflicts that arise.
Okay.
Again, I'll ask again. What is our goal in going to yonder? I know we need to get to Antikytherian
We need
to
to
complete
fix the
set.
Antikytherian, and we need to
And-
rescue Sibo's father as long as he's
Yeah.
still there.
Okay, so get the Antikytherian, rescue Sibo's father.
I think adding on perhaps assassinating or capturing Ergeron isn't a bad idea, but I think the other two should perhaps be our focus.
Okay. If we're
I'd like to kill Gaius if possible too, but just because I thought we were developing a mutual respect, and then he goes and betrays us like this. It just doesn't sit well with me.
I mean, he's following
I
his
respect him as a
superior's
warrior,
orders.
and instead
I
he's a
think
thief.
You gave him a little too much credit on the mutual respect part.
I said beginning.
I mean, that is one person I could try scrying on.
Have we already? Do we have an idea of where this piece of the Antikytherian might be?
You sounded far away from me, Steve.
Do you scry on
sorry,
an
yes.
object, or is it only people? I don't remember exactly how it works.
Here, I'll post the. I can post the spell.
Yeah, because I'm curious if we know where the piece of the Antikytherian that we need is, or is it? Have we inquired about that?
You can scry on a location or a person that you know, and the better you know them, the better it's going to go.
All right, the location is where that piece of the Antikytherian that we need is.
Okay, so
We haven't seen
so
that
that would
piece of the
be
Antikytherian.
yeah, that would be a very high modifier to the difficulty of scrying, for sure. Let's see.
All right, you can sense a particular creature, chose the same plane resistance to you. The target must be wisdom saving throw. Modify how the target.
At the bottom, it says instead of targeting a creature, you could choose a location you have seen before as the target of the spell. When you do, the sensor appears at that location and cannot move.
Okay, so it would have to be a person.
yeah, that'd be a person or a place I've been
Well, a place you have seen before.
seen. Yeah,
For
seen.
example, if you scryed Gaius and he was in his tent, you would then see his tent and you would be able to scry his tent in the future
Yeah.
instead of scrying Gaius.
Yeah.
Which is better because then there's no saving throw for Gaius to prevent you from scrying him.
Yeah, because I'm not doing hit. I'm doing the tent.
Yeah. Scrying is
Yeah.
there's you could take a whole college class on 5e scrying. Honestly. All right, up to you. Do you want to try to scry him?
I mean, it'll take me some time to prep the spell, but we can
Okay.
do that.
What sort of mental fortitude does one need to resist a scrying?
Wisdom. And your paladin saves would apply.
Also, I just realized something. I need to get a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a font of water that's worth 1,000 GP.
Oh, okay. I guess we won't be scrying.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Okay.
Inventory. Hold on, let me check something real quick. It's a crystal ball.
You got one of those on hand.
I wonder. Hold on.
You probably have a
Oh.
30 gold crystal ball.
Let's check our other pants.
Yeah.
Orena says, would a very valuable and very large pearl work? Because I have heard that on the beach to the north, the turtles worship something called the greatest pearl of the seas.
I mean, I wouldn't want to take something they worship, but maybe they'll let me. Hold on, let me see. Does it get consumed?
No,
Okay, it doesn't. So maybe we can just use it. Maybe they'll let us use it and not take it.
Wait, I think I might have the translation wrong. Cred, and then she goes to talk to Cred, and then Cred says, "Oh no, that is pearl of the morning." I think that kind of implies that they compare it to like the sun. And she looks over at you guys, shrugs. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some sort of connection to Helios?
Well, we won't know until we find out, and I
I
guess
don't
this will
know.
give this
I'm
this
a
will give
little
some time to
leery
think.
of asking to borrow someone's idol.
I mean, we don't even actually have to borrow it. We just have to see it and be there with it for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. Well, I mean, we're not going to know unless we go up there
I mean,
and
we're
meet
heading in
them.
that direction anyway. Might as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so do that.
So you guys are gonna march the several hours through volcanic highlands and jungle to get to the northern beach.
We're going to ask the queen of the lizard folk if we can ride skin wing behemoths there.
She looks at you, rival queen of Themis, and she seems to really be thinking hard about it.
Kyra, can you ask your counterpart if we can borrow some?
I can give permission for that. I don't need to ask anybody.
Yeah, Andronicos, she's the queen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. All right, fine. Oh, I'll go get the sky basket. Okay. She goes off, starts roaring and yelling at these lizard folk in Draconic, and they run away. And then from the cave over here, they produce a very large turtle shell, and affixed to the turtle shell are all manner of chains. A bunch of skinwing behemoths fly down, and they are harnessed to the chains, and they begin to fly and lift the shell up off the ground.
It's one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Do they have some sort of breakaway harness, or if one of them dies while flying, does it just add more weight that the others have to carry?
Why do you gotta ruin everything? Like, who cares? Like, let's just get in.
I just don't want to get attacked in the air and then suddenly plummet to the ground.
Life is short. Sometimes your friend refuses to put you in charge of Thebes, and you have
All of
to.
us come back in 2 weeks.
Mother, let that go. You have your own island.
Just Misty Step before you land, Andronicus. It'll kill your momentum.
There, see, they got it. Or
It'll do
Featherfall.
something.
Aren't you some kind of wizard, Julian?
Yes.
All the best wizards
I
know
could dust
Featherfall,
of wind down. That's about the best I've got.
Julian. That's pretty rad.
I'll bring my owl.
Don't
just
you
in
have a
case.
swim speed, Andronicos? Couldn't you just like carry a bucket of water, like dump the water as you're falling, and then just swim up the water as it's falling?
I've heard of a world where that works.
All right. Well, everybody load in, and these very sad, very overburdened skinwing behemoths lift up the shell zeppelin and begin to fly you guys towards the north end of the island.
Maya was having flashbacks of climbing the stairs of Regia.
I cast
when
levitate
she
on
mentioned
myself and just hold on. No.
when she mentions trekking through the savannah again.
All right. Let's see. Why can't
Hey, at
you
least we don't
guys
have to-
see on
at least we
this
don't
map?
At least we don't have to worry about a Galta walking around.
All right. Just do that. There we go. Okay. And you guys arrive on Fire Turtle Beach. There are many turtles enjoying a lovely day at the beach. Some are playing at the volleyball, and others are basking in the sun. There we go. Turtles fucking everywhere. All right, and then many more are out at sea, and they are surfing, having a great time. Amongst all of the turtles there, one appears more beautiful and resplendent than all the others. You know this because Cred says, "Oh my goodness, and finishes puberty. He looks over and sees Stephanie, the pearl of the morning, most beautiful of all turtles. She hops onto her surfboard and heads out into the water.
Right.
Hmm?
Fred, that's a person.
Is that what?
That's a person.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't read her name tag at Drunko, so you wouldn't know that she is the pearl that we're looking for. See, that's the irony there. You need to be a good role player. You don't know that yet.
I guess I don't.
Got you there. All right.
That one's shell is very shiny.
Almost pearlescent.
It is a very pearlescent shell. Thank you for pointing that out. She does look like a giant pearl out there on the waves. Everything seems fine, and then suddenly, she is snatched off of her surfboard by writhing purple tentacles.
Oh no, these things. Are we having a? Is this a? Oh no.
I've had dreams that start like this.
Guys like a stop.
Yeah, everybody begins to scream because the great pearl of the morning, the most beautiful and resplendent of all the turtles, is being turtle napped right before your eyes. You hear the hui hui huis of an old enemy as he grabs this cutie and takes her into the waves, never to be seen again. Oh well, guess that's over with. Aw, is the image link broken? Alright, hold on. There we go.
Nice.
Let's see.
Wait, is that same purple bastard that molested us? Inland? We were trying to get to the Ultros?
I mean, it could be. There's more than one octopus in the world, Julian. Could be. Anyways, let's see.
Was it especially lascivious with its tentacles when it was grabbing the pearl of the morning?
It definitely grabbed her by the softest parts of her shell. It was pretty lewd. So.
I strongly suspect it was him.
Saltwater octopus.
All right. Well, combat music starts playing, and all of the turtles become panicked, and you hear many bloops of paragon actions as a creature rolls itself into initiative, making some whee whees as it manhandles the pearl of the morning. These turtles are not like them wussies over on Indigo Island, though. They're all about fighting. And in 3 rounds, they will be ready to start fighting, because they are turtles, and they are moving very slowly today, because this is supposed to be a relaxing day off.
18-second response time, something to scoff at,
Exactly, yeah. I mean, 1 minute you're lounging in the sun, the next minute you gotta do on a rescue mission? I mean, come on. Let's see. You guys see from this lifeguard booth over here, a very rowdy looking turtle of very small size leap down from his lifeguard tower and begin running down the beach in slow motion.
Some people stand in the darkness.
So yeah, that's happening. Do you guys just watch, or do you want to roll into initiative, or what's your play here?
I'm gonna roll into initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Seeing this thing
I'm not
again.
gonna miss out on the opportunity for a surf battle. Are you kidding?
Okay, sure.
He's born for this.
I have a water ball shape for a reason.
All right, this is what the lifeguard looks like. It's pretty fucking intense for a little guy.
Alright, yeah, so you think they look really small, but you see the lifeguard tower, which is built up about 40 or 50 feet high. The turtle leaps from the top of it, spinning down before plummeting, leaving a small crater in the sand as they emerge from the dust cloud, moving slowly, rushing towards it. You can see they put their arms up and they're waving around. They say, "Out of the water! Out of the water! We got tentacles!"
Hoping to look into the light.
I'm responding now. Call for backup. Oh wait, that's me.
All right. So everybody has added themselves to the initiative. Go ahead and roll yourselves in. All right.
Can I get a surprise round?
Do you get a surprise round?
No, I'm just...
Don't worry, he's gonna be busy with the Pearl of the Morning, if you know what I mean.
No.
All right. So, looks like Sibo, you won the initiative.
Oh, nice. All right. Sibo rips off his breastplate, so his pecs are showing. And
Oh
he
shit!
starts slow-mo running out as well.
Okay.
His third leg flopping as he goes.
Yeah. Hits me in the knee. I fall over.
He's always got his banana hammock ready to go.
Remember, you have a 30 speed. You have a 30 speed, not 25.
Oh yeah, I'm not even looking at it. I'm slow-mo running. You don't really think about how far you can go when you're slow-mo running. You know that, right?
Fair. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Here,
good.
sorry. I knew we still had this in the archives. Let's see.
Oh, one line.
Yes.
So beautifully animated. How could I have made the overlay and missed this?
I heard that Tuesday streamer made that one. I'm just saying. Maybe hit him up. You might get some cool animations for your stream. Hobo
And
Studios
nice.
animation. All right. And then?
Yeah, I run out here slowly, and I stop and I point and slowly go, no. But I ran and dashed. So I will do that and then pass to the new challenger, Fred.
Okay.
All right. Yes, the lifeguard. He goes suddenly, looked like he was moving slowly, but also incredibly fast. Baywatching down the beach, sprints past this one. You see as they're running, they're you're not sure. They must be really far away because they look small, but they've got this black shell that clings tightly to them. They seem almost as wide as they are tall, and they must be huge because as they rush up to this other turtle, who, for perspective for some reason, must look larger, they shout out. They say, "Watch out, dude! We got a 2119. Get to the shore. Start the defenses." And then you see they start sprinting further, and then as they get to the water's edge where the waves start to lap over the sand, there's a small blip from their hand as for a second they kind of shimmer for a moment, and then you see them leap, and they leap 50 fucking feet into the waves.
What the fuck?
You can tell this guy must be massive to leap so far, and they disappear below the waves.
Okay.
And then they'll pass to Maya.
All right. Maya. To you.
Her eyes are wide, watching this turtle leap 50 feet into the thing, and she's like, "Okay, well, all right." She's gonna run at normal speed, not in slow motion.
Okay.
And then as she's passed by Sibo running in slow motion, she's like, "Why are you running like that?" All right, run and dash, and then let me see here. I'm gonna wait. Is there a range? I gotta open up the. Okay, I'll do that next time. I'll pass to Andronikos.
Okay. Andronikos to you.
All right. I'm gonna run 30 feet. Is there a surfboard around anywhere?
Yes, there are plenty of surfboards around.
I'm gonna item interaction, grab a surfboard, and then I'm gonna dash also.
All right.
I'm also gonna look over at Sibo and wonder what he's doing as he runs in slow motion.
He looks super cool.
And that is my mighty turn. I will pass to Julie.
If you have a bonus action, you can step.
Oh yeah, bonus action, 5 more feet of movement. Excellent. Now it's Julie's turn.
Okay.
Julian will look back at the party that's sort of left there, and he's just going to shrug and say, well, time for some thrilling heroics, and he's going to Misty Step, run to the edge of the shore, and then launch himself, clicking his heels together, activating his winged sandals, and take off.
Okay. So what is the flavor of these winged sandals that you have crafted?
Ooh.
Or commissioned
they
the
are-
crafting of?
Right?
Yeah. They are basically very high-end, like golden Air Julians, since, made of golden fleece.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Okay.
Limited run.
One of one.
Emphasis on the run.
All right, that's 30 feet.
Scott, you're coming in
That's
clutch. Dropping a fancy
another-
inspiration.
Another 30 feet.
Oh, very cool.
And then we will activate our sandals, and we'll sort of fly up and get about 30 feet up. Not quite sure how much reach this octopus has. Now, is it possible to get up to 30 feet, flying at an angle and get some additional
It's fine.
distance?
We're not playing Pathfinder. We give a shit
Alright.
about Pythagorean or any of that stuff.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so I'm 30 feet up in the air.
Okay.
All right, flying out. And I guess I'll pass to all the... I will pass to the unknown purple tentacles.
Ooh, interesting choice. There was really no one else to pass to. Those turtles, I shouldn't have rolled them into initiative.
Okay.
All right. You hear the bloop 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 of his 4 Paragon actions. He is going to use all of them to try inappropriately touch Stephanie, the turtle pearl of the morning. Reflexively, she uses her reaction to go into her shell, activating shell defense. He just touching all over that shell right now. His eyes are rolling back in his head, and heart bubbles are coming out, and he's just the happiest boy in the whole world. That is his turn.
It's so reflective.
Yeah, I don't know if he can do anything else. I think his attention is fully on her. He hasn't even noticed you guys running to stop him. Yeah, all right, all that sounds pretty good. Okay, then we go into the next round. He will pass to... sure. He will pass to Stephanie. Stephanie is frightened and is going to stay in her shell. She is going to pass to Fred.
All right. So as Stephanie steals herself, retreating into her shell, you see bursting out of the water next to this octopus is a massive black form. You think perhaps a rock or a boulder has launched itself free of the ocean floor. Hold on here. Okay, there we go. Give me a sec. Loading.
Oh my
A
god.
mighty cry. Says, no, bro, consent's important. You're not going anywhere. And then, as they do, they're going to enter a rage.
See, Colossus going, Kara.
All right. It turns to face you and says, "What? Muscleheads? This is my pearl now, buddy." And he starts to poke at you with his tentacles.
The
You
only
got-
pearl you're getting is a shiner in each one of your eyes.
Damn.
Because I'm Fred with a PH. And they're gonna attack, trying to grapple. All right, so they'll make a unarmed attack with their claws.
Okay, okay.
Oh, can I do reckless? Sorry, new to barbarian. Reckless.
Yeah. Then 27 is going to hit. He takes 16 points of slashing damage.
All right, in that case, they will try to follow it up with a grappling strike. Let's see. All right, so they'll grappling strike, and then they'll do an athletics with advantage. So that's going to be a 28 on the athletics.
Oh my god. All right. Here we go. He got a 15, so that is not enough.
All right, he's grappled.
Okay.
And then let's see. There's all their movement to get out there. So yeah, they'll just grapple him, and then they'll say, "Let her go," and then I might let you. And they'll pass to the creature.
Okay. Let's see. The creature wanted to use some of its Paragon actions. I guess it'll use one of its Paragon actions before its turn comes up. And it is going to... Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, it is going to make a ink blot attack against you. This is a range in melee, so it'd be disadvantaged, but it's going to be normal because you were reckless. So, here we go. He just squirts ink out of his ink hole all over your face. You are blinded.
Fred with a PH just lets out a roar. Says, "No, not on me."
His turn comes up, and his full action economy returns, and he is going to, using his multi-attack, he's going to make 5 attacks. Because he's an octopus, he's got a lot of arms. Alright. He's going to grapple you back, and he says, "Whee! I have plenty of arms for everyone. If you wanted some tickles, you should have just asked." And he begins to inappropriately try and touch you.
Red, watch out!
Here we go. He's going to use a snag attack on you. You are large or smaller, so yeah, let's go for it. Here we go. This is advantage because you were reckless, also because you're blind. 19?
That'll hit.
All right. Sadly, this man's has not leveled up since you fought him when you were level 5, so he does 2 points of damage to you. But he's got 3 more attacks, bitch. And so then he is going to chomp you. For 14 and give himself 5 temp HP. And then he is going to force you and Stephanie to kiss each other, even though you might not have those kind of feelings for each other.
No.
It's going to happen.
Stephanie, we've only hung out a couple times. We're not at that stage, man.
Well, let me be your wingman then, buddy.
All right. So here's some now kissing coming at you. Let's see. Where did now kissing go? Oh, here we go. You and Stephanie need to make, I believe, Constitution saves. As you smash the 2 of you together. Okay. Stephanie, try to make that Constitution save. Choose 2 creatures you're grappling. Both creatures must make a Constitution save or take half as much of a success as you smash them together. Wow. Okay. On a success, the target takes half damage and isn't slowed. Oh no. Alright, so both of you are now slowed, and you each took 13 points of damage.
Alright.
Stephanie's made of sterner stuff, so she is not bloodied yet. But you hear her crying inside her shell, because she maybe had feelings for you, and she wasn't ready to confess them, especially not in a situation like this. This is ruining everything. Senpai wasn't supposed to know how she felt until she was ready. It's a whole mess out there, guys. It's horrible. Then he's just going to slap you a few times with his two remaining attacks. Yeah, so 1 and a 2. It's gonna be a 16 and a 7.
Both will miss.
Okay. And that is his turn. He can't fling you because you are grappling him. He will pass to Sibo.
No. All right, I'll go another 30 feet to the edge of the water, and then I will start the blasting.
Fine.
Pachoo. Where they at? There they go. 1 and 2. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. A 14 does not hit. A 15 does not hit.
I will succeed at a cost for both if I can.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, the first one you are
Damn.
blinded. So some errant ink goes flying 120 feet from his ink hole and spatters against your face. You feel the old familiar sensation of his acidic ink burning against your face and eyes.
My eyes.
So the second attack is blinded, but that doesn't matter because you still said you wanted to succeed at a cost. So here you go. Ultimate sacrifice. You take true damage. All right. So blinded, you fire off the second shot and hit. You turn to talk to to tell your allies you're blinded. You step on a abandoned surfboard, and like a person stepping on a rake, the surfboard just goes right up and hits you square in the face.
Ah, my face! My eyes on my face! I don't know where the accent came from, but
the real damage came
real
from
accent slips out.
from stepping back from the blow from the surfboard is when you stepped on an angry crab, and then the angry crab actually chopped off one of your toes, the remaining toes, and is now stuffing it into his mouth as quickly as possible.
Oh, that's fucked up. I'm gonna
I'll add the crab. I'll add the crab to initiative.
I'll cast Moment to Think just because, damn, this is really unfortunate that this happened this way.
Okay.
And then
You're running out of body parts, Sibo.
I know what you're talking about.
All right, this is a confirmed crab in case you were curious.
Oh, nice. Bring it, bitch.
Are we sure it's a crab?
I
We
mean,
should've
mouse
brought
over it.
We should have brought Claximus.
Oh, this would have been the best fight for
They
Claximus.
could knife fight off in the.
Joke's on you. Claximus is riding on Sophia right now. I was about to swoop in.
Oh shit! Okay, I'll add
Smuggled
Claximus to the initiative. All right.
Sophia flies overhead. Claximus drops in.
Parachutes in, yeah.
Okay. Anything else from Sibo?
No. I'm just contemplating the decisions I've made in my moment of thinking. I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I did. Yeah. All right. Who do you pass to?
Actually, so okay. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to pass to Julian. No, Maya's right here. Maya. Sorry, Julian.
All right. So you go to pass to Maya. As you go to pass to Maya, this dude's just going to start snarfing down this turtle. And he's going to say,
Turtle soup, my favorite.
And he starts chomping down on you. 19 for 12.
He's trying to hit a Fred or.
Fred, yeah, he's not going to. Oh, no. Stephanie's too
okay.
precious. Yeah,
Right.
Stephanie's too precious.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You're just a ugly man. He's only after the cutest girls in the world, okay?
Dude,
No.
did you just assume my gender?
Oh, fair.
For the record, they have a beautiful aura. You really need to look below the surface.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right to assume, but in this case, you are right. I'm the biggest guy on the beach.
Yeah, he's the biggest guy on the beach. I'm not doing anything wrong over here. Jeez. Trying to cancel me or something?
All right, so he starts devouring your flesh and restores 5 temp HP. All right,
Fair.
Maya, to you.
All right. Okay, let's see here. 30 feet. I'll Misty Step forward. Where is it? Spells. There it is.
It's a good thing that all water in D&D is the same, because I feel like a river octopus would not do well in a saltwater environment. So.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And then I'll bonus action Misty Step forward and then wild shape into a dolphin.
Oh hell yeah.
Alright, features, wild shape.
Your alignment switches to chaotic evil.
Alright.
All right. All right.
Alright. And so that was action, bonus action, and movement. So that's it. I'll
Alright.
pass to Julie.
On seeing the dolphin, all of the turtles begin to panic. They weren't too upset about the octopus, but when they see that a dolphin has arrived at the beach, they all begin to scream slowly and slowly swim away from the dolphin.
It's a dual-pronged attack. You there, outsiders! Deal with that foul, evil creature, and I'll take on the octopus. Quickly, before he gets to the younglings.
There's a red my blowholes and a red flag flies out of her blowhole.
Oh shit! Okay, so all right. So
It's
the river
drawing battle lines.
the river octopus stops consuming your flesh, Fred, and says,
What's the issue? What's happening?
There's a
that he
grade
lo-
A dolphin, apex
A
predator.
dolphin! Oh, buddy. Hey, let's put our differences aside. We can work together to free the beach from this evil.
No, you didn't respect Stephanie, the pearl of the sea.
I love her
Her
so
consent.
much, though.
No, you gotta ask before you start peeling people up, man.
What? That's just not my style, man. I like to grope things.
You're getting tied in a knot, and I'm gonna beat you over the head of that foul creature over there.
Wait. No, please. Hey, buddy. Just let me go. Just let me go. You can have her. I'll never come back to this beach again. I didn't know there were dolphins here.
Fred squeezes the tentacle they've got in one arm. Oh, you're not going anywhere.
You don't know what those things are capable of.
You're facing Fire Island justice. We're gonna beat you up a little bit and turn you loose.
All right, I'm kind of into that. Well, let's work together against the dolphin then.
Dolphin is favorite foe. Let's see. Alright, but you gotta drop Stephanie.
all right, he takes 5 of his 6 arms and he gives you you son of the bitch handshake, and he gently sets Stephanie down, and the two of you square up against the truest evil to ever infest the oceans of any world. All right, Maya, who do you pass to? Are you there?
Oh, sorry, Julian.
Yeah, I think she said Julie.
All right, so all right. As you go to pass to Julian, I will say that that team up took his he didn't use Paragon, he's busy teaming up. So Julian, to you.
All right, I'm going to fly 30 feet closer. I think that puts me within 60 feet of the creature. Yes. I'm going to mind sliver them.
The octopus is waving at you and pointing at the dolphin, like trying to warn you of the danger.
I know it's our druid. I'm not going to say anything. Just let him have this.
Watch
Okay.
out, bro. Humans aren't above the food chain of a dolphin.
Okay. His mind is an iron fortress filled with hentai. You are unable to penetrate it.
God damn it. I have not. The irony is not lost on me that I cannot penetrate his head-dive mind fortress.
All right. Who do you pass to? I guess you pass to Andronikos?
I will pass to Andronicus.
All right. As you go to pass to Andronikos, since he is next to an ally, he does not have a penalty to this ranged attack. He is going to fire an ink blot at Maya.
Alright.
All right, here comes. 10 misses. Okay. Andronikos, to you.
All right, I'm gonna run out to here.
Andronikos, I do want to warn you that one of the most evil sentient races in all of the ocean, thought to have been wiped out here in Thylea because of the great war crimes they committed against the many undersea races of the world, has appeared on the beach.
I'm gonna run him over with my surfboard.
Okay, fair enough.
Can I use my swim speed as the same speed as my surfing speed?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I ran, and then now I'm gonna dash, but I'm gonna dash on my surfboard.
Of course, of course. For this very serious encounter, we are going to adhere to every rule, raw, obviously.
Okay, good.
Obviously.
That's
And in Appendix 73S, it does mention specifically Greek Tritons can use their swim speed on their surfboards.
Yeah, he's got to
I
read
thought-
the DMG.
I
Everything he
thought
needs
so.
in there.
So I surf over the top
All right.
of the dolphin.
I need a dexterity saving throw or acrobatics from the dolphin, opposed by Andronicos' athletics check.
All right.
Of all the creatures in the ocean, Maya, how could you? All right, Maya, you are set to floundering as the surfboard barrels over the top of you.
All right.
Okay.
And then I spend my bonus action to step 5 more feet.
Fair enough.
And that is everything for me. I will pass to Tentacala.
All right. This is River Octopus.
Oh,
River
right,
Octopus.
of course.
Yeah. River Octopus is going to fire another ink blot at the dolphin. But it would be disadvantaged because they're floundering. Oh man. All right. River
Get this
Octopus.
stuff out of my eyes, bro.
River Octopus says,
Do you trust me?
Yeah.
All right.
it's going to fling you at the dolphin.
A blind turtle the size of a boulder comes flying at you.
All right.
All
So, dolphin, you need to give me a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way of this. Okay. Sadly.
Oh wait a
this guy-
second. Sorry. Hold on.
Oh.
That would have been a 8.
Oh, okay. Then yes, you are hit by this large spiky turtle as he goes barreling through the air like a giant cannonball. So let's see, how many feet did you travel there? 10, 20, 30. Let's see, 45. Okay, so here's 4d6 points of Fred damage for you.
All right.
All right. Fred, sadly, you also take this. I don't know if you're resistant to Fred damage, but you could also treat it as bludgeoning damage.
Alright, in that case, I am
Alright.
resistant to Fred damage.
All right. As turn passes to him, the river octopus flees. Is going to squirt out an ink jet, creating a 20-foot radius cloud of darkness and allowing it to use a dash action after releasing the cloud. So it just shits ink everywhere and starts fleeing into the ocean. Going deeper and further into the ocean to try and escape. Will you be pursuing via a chase sequence, Andronicos, or do you let him go?
Does he still have the pearl of the?
Oh no, he politely set her down per his gentleman's agreement with Fred.
Then no, he can go.
Okay. Then I guess it's just between Fred and the dolphin now.
Where
All
are
right.
you three fin
So
horror?
when you say deeper into the ocean, like deeper down or deeper out?
Both. He heard that we weren't
Okay.
paying attention to Pythagorean in this fight, so he's really abusing the hell out of it.
All right,
So-
fair enough.
All right. Okay, that brings us to he's gonna pass to Fred.
I'll steal.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna hurt anyone on this beach. I can't see you, but I can hear you. Your horrifying
Alright.
clicks. The sound of that
Alright,
blowhole.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to end my wild shape.
You're not going anywhere. It's a stealthy one, this one. Almost. Watch out, everybody. Fred will stand up in the water. Watch out. It's gone incognito.
I'll stand up from prone, and then I'll would it be an action just to wipe the stuff from Fred's face?
Yes, that works.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'll do. So bonus action.
Yeah, any
And wild
creature, any other creature can spend an action removing the acidic ink to cure this affliction. Yep.
All right, so that's what I do.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, little lady. Oh, who's where? Okay, watch out. There's a dolphin in the area.
Yeah, it's gone. It ran away after the octopus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, octopus is a little lower on the food chain than turtle, so we just gotta remain vigilant in case it comes back. That octopus, though, I tell you, he really needs to have a couple classes on the side to learn a thing or two about treating people with respect.
Yeah. We've had a run-in with him a while back.
A repeat offender.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Anyway, can you get off of me?
Oh yeah,
I'll
sorry.
pass to Fred.
All right, are you guys content to end combat?
No, I have a crab that's fighting me right now. This is.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't respect your
Yeah, he's already got half
your
his health
story.
down.
Okay.
It's killing
All
me.
right. Maya, who do you pass to?
Fred.
All right, you pass to Fred. Fred,
Right.
as a trained lifeguard, you're in a difficult situation. One, there's Stephanie, Turtle Pearl of the morning. She is floundering about in the water, but there's a lot of blood over here. It seems that Tony the Toe has returned, and he's committing toe crimes on your beach.
Tony, dude, no. We've talked about this. Ugh.
And
Okay,
he's
I have
fucking
Stephanie.
he's gobbling that shit like a Port of Mitros hooker, like just stuffing the whole toe all the way in his mouth. Oh, it's terrible.
Two potential life-saving targets. I'm gonna have to go all out for this one. Watch out! And they're gonna charge this way.
Oh, I thought this when you revealed that you also multi-class into Echo Knight, and I was gonna be like,
I
what
thought
the
it was
fuck?
gonna be like the astral self monk or something.
Oh,
All right, they're gonna action dash after moving 50, so 55. They'll grab Stephanie as a bonus action.
Mm.
And they've got 35 left. They'll
Oh
move-
my god. There needs to be a mini series where Will designs all of our characters. Like Will designs there you have to play the characters made by Will for the mini series.
Done.
I think it would be
Alright.
amazing.
They get there with the dash.
Okay.
And
Down for that.
bonus action grappling. And then they're gonna
Okay.
action surge.
All right. She says
Oh, Fred, you saved me, dude.
No problem, Stephanie, and I hope there's no hard feelings.
He touched my pearlescent shell in ways that I wasn't ready for.
We're gonna have a group huddle after this and talk it out, don't worry. And then their action surge and they'll start dashing towards Sibo, Stephanie under one arm.
scaring her like a fucking rugby ball. Just
Yeah, I mean, she's getting saved. Fred's standing he's like 20 feet tall and he's standing like 8 foot deep in the water.
checks out.
Says, little dude, watch out! Tony's on your toes! And then past a little dude, Sibo.
Sibo, based on the amount of blood you're losing, you are well aware that he's on your toes.
Fuck!
Is Sibo still in slow motion right now?
Whoa!
I think that answers that question.
Wait. Hold on. Take it from the top. Hold on. Let me get the music going for you to say it.
Oh my god.
All right, now you can do it.
Whoa!
All right, sweet.
Okay.
Back to the.
Sophia, bring in the reinforcements.
Okay. You hear, I don't know, fucking R2D2 sound. Yeah, there you go. The hoo sounds from above, and she drops Clacksmith off. He has a knife in each of his claws and one in his mouth as he goes careening down towards the beach using Dragoon rules. All right, give me a D20 roll for his attack. In order to hit this rival crab, he needs to get no.
Oh my god. Fucking
Alright.
Ride of the
Yeah.
Valkyries playing.
What height did she drop him from?
It's a good question. Let's go.
300. No.
You're tiny.
320 feet. All right, give me 20 d6 plus 120 plus 1. 192 points of damage to confirmed Crab, Tony the Toe, but also to himself.
I immediately heal him as soon as he takes the damage with my bonus action.
Okay.
Wait,
And
wouldn't
I
that be
time it.
overkill though?
I
I don't know. Let's see. Claximus has 2 hit points.
Oh, but he's a zealot, right? So
Good point. Good point. Okay.
Was he raging though?
Was he raging?
He took 1 level of orc, didn't he?
No, hold on. If he was raging, then it would have been 194 points of 5 points of damage.
Should he have Death Ward cast on him?
Ooh, good point. Did he have Death Ward cast on him?
Yes, before leaving the ship.
His name is in the book.
He also has a B team contract. So
Oh
Ooh,
shit, that's
permanent
true.
Death
All
Ward.
right. All right, so you lay down all your heals, and all of his separate pieces pull themselves back together. There is a golden light that shines from within his shell, and he is restored. He grabs the toe out of Tony the Toe's mouth and hands it to you. It is slightly nobbled.
Well done. Well done. I try to put it back on.
oh, you know what? Oh man, you know what?
It falls off.
I have reincarnate. We could have reincarnated Claximus.
Oh shit!
Okay.
You wanted me to rewind the tape? You want me to rewind the tape?
I'm blind. I trip and I fall on top of him with his 1 health.
Okay, so you're still blinded, and you thank him for saving you, and then you step on him. He has 2 hit points, and he dies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
Done. Perfect.
This is a medical emergency now. We gotta get these guys onto land now, dudes.
Stephanie says, "Dude, such violence on such a beautiful day. Thank goodness you were here."
Yeah, if only I could have got here sooner. We're losing too many crustaceans today.
Does anybody have any butter?
Oh, hold on. I guess I got to play some sad music now. Let's see.
Also, everyone would have noticed when Sophia was coming, we were working on something. Instead of calling her Sophia, I yelled, "Hootie!" And she comes in yelling, "Ta!"
Oh my god.
Hey, I appreciate that as a 40-year-old
Okay.
person. Thanks.
Yeah.
Us 90s kids remember.
Yeah.
We remember everything. All right, so yeah, it's real sad. It's real sad.
Tony, this other random crab with a knife I've never seen before. Gone too soon, dudes.
Everyone assembles, looking on. Kyra weeps openly. Cred is mumbling to himself. His name kind of sounds like my name a little bit. I feel a little bit like I'm being copied. I don't know. I feel like I didn't really.
Who's that over there?
I was struggling to have my own identity on the team, and now I just feel like maybe.
Cred, is that you?
Hey, what's up?
Cred, little bro. It's me, Fred with a PH.
You see him kind of stare at you, and it's very slow, and then you hear the sound of gears kind of turning, and he says, "Wait, big bro who left on an adventure when I was very small?
The very same.
Brother!" And then the Baywatch music starts playing again as they slowly run towards each other.
If only we had the old original Foundry flying across the screen tokens.
Fred
All right.
picks up Cred and hugs him. He's not ashamed to show his emotions.
Damn. Kyra says, "That's real courage."
It's been so long since I've seen you, little bro. I'm glad you're doing well. I can see you're keeping up with your training. You look great.
I didn't recognize you on account of you being so small when you were hatched. What have you been eating, bro?
I'm pretty sure I've always been this size, dude, but I appreciate it. I've been working on my size, trying to stay consistently huge.
Hey, man, you were always this big. And he touches the center of your shell. In your heart.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, you want to go play some volleyball?
Hold on. First, we gotta hold a couple funeral services here.
Oh, right. Or, hear me out, crab bake.
Let's see. As long as we get their souls to the afterlife, we can do whatever we want with their mortal shells.
Oh yeah, it's no problem. These guys know Lutheria personally.
Oh, they do? No.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, Tony's definitely on a first-name basis with death, honestly. Tony, I knew your lifestyle would catch up with you eventually.
Dudes, let me introduce my little big brother, Fred.
That's Fred with a PH. Pleased to meet you
Right,
all.
no,
Thanks
we heard the introduction before.
Thanks for helping with that tentacled beast, and I shudder to think about it, but that horror from beneath the waves, that dolphin.
Nice
Keep
to
an
meet
eye
you.
out. You're never truly safe when one of those is in the surf. And Fred looks over the waves with a 1,000-yard stare.
Right.
Sibo says nice to meet you, but he's still blind, so he hits you in the crotch with his hands. when he
Oh,
tries to
traditional.
shake your hand.
Traditional lizard folk greeting there. You must be some of the locals? Kind of strange looking lizard folk.
Now, while they're having introductions, Andronicos, out on your surfboard, enjoying the waves, watching the inky trail of the river octopus fleeing into the sea, you think back to the war. The Dolphin War. One of the most horrible and terrible events in the history of your people. They threatened to destroy and enslave and do far worse things that we would never say on stream to the many undersea creatures and races. But your ancestors gave everything to stop them. Why then would Maya choose such a form in battle? Does she not know? Is it ignorance? Or is she hoping to harness the latent terror and fear that such a form might bring? Who knows for sure? But you remember your father, the king. Some nights when he had drank too much oyster juice, he would remember that war, and he would shake with tremors and recall the horrors that he witnessed. You swore an oath. Well, no, actually, I don't think you swore an oath at all. But he swore an oath that should he ever encounter a dolphin in the wild, it would receive no quarter and no mercy. For they were the enemy of all good things that dwell in the Lord's ocean. Anyways, then you ride your surfboard back to the beach.
Fred's giving a eulogy on Tony and Claximus. Talking about the storied life that Tony lived before he retired to the beach, you know. All the toes he'd pinched, all the toes he'd pilfered. Why it was important to wear water shoes if you had fleshy toe bits.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, we return their spirits to the beach. And we keep their tasty bodies here with us and roast them in tonight's bonfire. Dudes.
Well, all the Fire Island turtles who are ravenous carnivores let out huzzas.
I mean, that's a lot of turtles for just two tiny crabs.
There's a lot of strength in Tony. We'll each take a nibble and take that strength into ourselves. You all that you saved us, or assisted, you're all welcome to join in. If you're not locals to the island, you must have been sent by that new queen.
Yeah. She was telling us that there was a very large, strong turtle on the island that, you know, we were looking for somebody to come with us on our odyssey and help us with a predicament. But like you're very established here.
It's at that point that about 10 minutes have passed and Fred shrinks back down.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, well, she was definitely talking about me. I'm the biggest guy on the island here, but yeah, I'm pretty well at home defending my flock, if you know what I mean. Got everything a turtle could want here. But I thank you for bringing my bro back. I had to leave him behind when I struck out, headed out into the world to make a name for us turtles that don't just want to hang around and be all nice and eat lettuce. It's boring, alright? We want to surf and also eat meat and train and fight. Not to like hurt anybody, but to defend ourselves and as a form of exercise, dudes.
They all say "dude" in relative unison. You get the sense that these turtles would not worry at all about whooping some ass. They have not taken any vows of pacifism.
The only vows we've taken are to each other. We've kind of got a fellowship going here.
Like a
I mean,
group
would you like
marriage kind of
to?
thing.
Yeah,
Would you like to go? Would you like to take your fellowship on the water, open water?
The open water, huh? I don't know, dude.
I mean, there's probably some really good waves out in the deep.
You'd have to have a pretty big ship to contain all of us. I'm just gonna tell you to.
Well, we do, and we actually have an excellent exercise program.
Oh yeah?
Rowing.
I don't
Yes.
know. You look. I'm not trying to patronize you, dude, but you look a little flabby. Are you partaking in this routine? Did you just start it? I'm not dissing you for getting into a new thing, but I need to see some result. This guy over here, you're looking pretty shredded, dude. Nice work.
Thank you.
She's looking pretty good too. Very strong. Some sort of commanding presence. Probably got some sort of leadership background or something. You? I don't know what you're doing, but you took on Tony and only lost one toe, and that makes you really strong in my book.
Julian will pull back his hood and take off his helmet.
So what are you looking for? Soldiers of fortune, fighters? We're not any of that, dudes.
Just heroes in a half shell.
Oh yeah? Well, we got full
Well,
shells.
you just said that you look after your flock, yes? That
I do.
you're here to protect, to defend, yes?
Yeah, we surf all day, train all night, dude.
Well, what if I were to tell you that we are going up against the greatest foe, the greatest bully that the world of Thylea has ever encountered?
The Dolphin Wars are starting again then.
No, this is a different enemy. A bipedal enemy. Sidon
Oh,
and his ilk.
Sidon. Oh, the creator of the demons.
I've heard him called the Lord of Dolphins.
And he's making moves then, huh?
Oh, yes.
Making big waves.
Oh. We'll surf stuff then. What do you all think? Because I wouldn't leave any of you behind, but I wouldn't make any of you guys do anything that you're not ready for. And Fred will turn to his compatriots.
The anime music starts playing that would indicate a dramatic romance scene, and the inner monologue of Stephanie says, "If Fred Senpai leaves, I'll never get to confess my true feelings to him." And then she says, "I'll go, dude. I'll go on an odyssey to fight Sidon, dude."
Is this a permanent?
You're bringing
poem
that
we'll have
strong
on-
energy, Stephanie.
Maya, you feel that Stephanie's shell is resplendent enough that it could be used as a crystal ball for scrying.
Okay.
Any others? I'll take any bro that wants to come and beat up the progenitor of the surf spawn, the dolphins. We're gonna go out there, we'll take them down, and we'll be back in time for the evening surf.
Does anyone have like a shell that looks like it's made of diamonds? Maybe we could.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, the whole fucking tribe of fire turtles has decided to go with you, Fred.
Right on, bros. Alright, everyone. Grab your boards, grab your wax.
I just realized that your exercise regimen is making them row the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, last thing. Which one of you
I
all...
mean, rowing is a good exercise.
That was very good exercise.
I'm the biggest guy on Fire Island. Who's the biggest guy on your boat?
That would be Pythor, right?
Yeah,
Unless,
Pythor.
unless he's still Pythora.
What?
It's the
I mean,
What?
he's the biggest
Jan-
guy.
it's a Jan can.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
What?
Oh yes, right. Yes.
Don't get me
Look,
wrong.
I've seen at least part of Pythor's stat block. I haven't seen his stat block.
I think if you're talking about the biggest guy on the boat.
There's only one guy that's the biggest on the boat. That's me.
Don't
Hey,
get me wrong,
guys.
dudes.
You mean biggest as in largest in size or biggest as in strongest?
Don't get me wrong,
Well,
dudes.
he's got the
I'm not trying
strongest
to-
odor.
I'm not trying to step to you, but if I gotta protect my flock and I'm bringing you guys all in, I gotta know that there's capable hands around that I can rely on, dudes.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's hands on everybody for the most part, except my friend Orange. He only have one hand sometimes.
Oh yeah, dude?
Hmm.
You do look pretty big.
Sometimes people tell me that's the only thing I have going for me.
No, dude, I can see right now. You kind of emanate like a cohesive energy. It seems if you're the biggest guy on the boat, I can tell that you're what's keeping them together, pulling everyone into each other, you know?
Like, I hold them together like rope?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Wow.
Fred will turn back around. This guy's your leader, he's not bad.
We're kind of a group. We don't necessarily have a.
Sorry. Not your leader per se, but your biggest guy, the guy that you charge
Yeah, okay.
with protecting all of you. It's this guy?
Him as one of many. Yes.
No, you gotta have a biggest guy. What's your name? Sorry, I'm Fred with a PH.
My name
I'm
Yorgos. I'm the
Yorgos?
biggest guy, yeah. You're kind of small, but I feel like there's big energy in there.
Everyone,
Oh,
this
wait.
is Georgos.
Cred whispers to you, and he says, "Dude, that guy's kind of a fucking idiot. But the goddess of like valor is on the boat. He's pretty big.
Greg, you can't be dissing people like that.
I mean, I learned it from this guy.
We're gonna have to work on that. I don't know. Hey, so sorry. What's your name then? The one. With
Maya with an M.
Maya with an M. Gotcha. Everyone, this is Maya with an M. See, it's good to let people know what your name starts with. So that way they don't misspell it. They always, before I started that back on the Indigo Isles, everybody was always spelling my name wrong.
It's understandable. But yeah, we have a couple big guys, and they take turns being the protectors of the ship. And I
Well,
guess
I need to-
Gorgos is one of them.
I need to talk to your biggest guy then.
Maya, you just
Right.
made Yorgos' entire day, just so you know. Just made his entire day.
Maya with an
Fred,
M.
why do you want to speak to the biggest person on our ship?
I need to make sure that I can trust him to be a cove watching over this flock. My pact of dudes. And dudettes, of course.
Yes, if you agree to come with us, you'll definitely meet all the biggest guys on the ship.
Fred, strength
there's-
is not
There's
necessarily
Pythor,
commensurate with
there's
size.
testicles. There's...
If you've got as good of a training, if you've got as good of a training regime as you say, Julian with the J, then I'm gonna need to arm wrestle somebody here. I'll put it out straight for you.
Arm wrestle. Does it need to be right now, or is it all right if you go to the ship first?
It's gotta be before we get aboard, dude. But we can
Okay,
travel with you
okay.
until then. We'll bring our
Julian's
boards, our
is
wax.
going to reach out and put a hand in Andronicus' shoulder and subtle spell cast enhance ability and say, "No, Andronicus, it's okay. You can. I feel confident in your ability to shoulder this responsibility."
Well, we're gonna need a table or something then.
All right,
Craig,
boys.
could you just drop down on all fours? We'll just use your shell.
Cred goes into his shell.
Dang, dude,
Sorry,
your shell
I-
is looking solid. You've been
Yeah,
getting a lot of keratin in you.
Dude, I've been sharpening it, and I've been doing a lot of fighting, a lot of eating meat. Things back home are still pretty lame, dude. But these guys, they needed help, so I agreed to travel with them, dude.
Good deal, good deal.
Mm.
It gives me a measure of confidence, dude, that you're vouching for these guys.
Yeah, they're okay.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna test the metal of this big guy, and I need all of you dudes and dudettes. I need you to start breaking down. Leave no trace, no trash, nothing left on the beach. Break down the tents. Clean up that volleyball court. I don't want to see any netting left behind. I can get creatures trapped in it. All right, dudes.
Okay. They start packing it up.
All
So
right.
this doubles my carrying capacity also, which means I can just walk around with like 540 pounds worth of stuff.
All right, they've already packed everything up.
So you're the biggest guy then, huh?
I'm the biggest of those currently present.
Hmm.
You hear Kyra whisper something to Brianna, and Brianna laughs, and then Coretta and Filana come in, and then she says again, and they laugh as well.
All right.
I go join, and I laugh
Okay.
without hearing what they say.
Oh, okay. I was about to tell you what they said, but that's fine. All right. Yeah.
Also, I would like to bolster.
I'm making fish stick jokes.
I would like to
That just makes
bolster,
them all laugh even harder. Oh, you're gonna bolster?
Andronicus, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
Andronicus, you have a +1, and hey, every little bit helps, especially when you can succeed at cost. All right.
Are we athletics checking this?
All right, dude. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's definitely just an athletics check. Yep.
doing opposed grapples, and let me and Fred takes a deep breath. Oh,
And-
okay, that's better. See, sometimes I like to keep it discreet, you know. But I gotta go all out.
Shit.
And they're gonna see how they're gonna rage. They're gonna
Mhm.
throw up their Dragon Turtle's might. They're gonna see frost start to form along their body, and then they're gonna put their arm on the table. And they're gonna throw it out.
All right, hold on.
God.
Jesus.
That's a 39.
Excellent.
Show what you got.
Kyra's like, wait, is it too late? I wanted to bolster Fred for 40. Is that? Wait, I'm supposed to be helping. Never mind. Take it back.
Thanks, Queen. You don't need to physically bolster me for me to know that you're with me, dude.
All right, Andronicus, good luck.
But we do want this guy to join the team, right? So
You
he.
didn't say you had to beat him.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, Yala's over there. We could just have her do it. Okay.
Andronicus.
Dronkos, it is literally like trying to pick up a house. Like, just pick up a fucking 3-story home with all the furniture and people inside of it. Doesn't move at all.
To make you feel better. Just to make you feel better. I struggle picking up Claximus's body.
How did he
There's
even
nowhere to get a
eat?
good grip.
Alright, dude, I can tell you got a warrior's heart in there. Now that I've tested your metal, I found it adequate. That workout
Fred.
routine.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going, keep going.
Oh, that workout routine, keep on it, and I think someday you might be the biggest guy, not just your boat, but of everywhere. Dude.
Thank you, Fred.
Fred, you sense great strength has arrived on the beach. This woman, who seems to be of only average human height, sets down this tall man that she was carrying like a baby. She stares you down, and in that stare, you feel the challenge.
Dude. And Fred says, I'm gonna have to make a note of this. I think, I was accidentally using gendered language, but dudes, whenever I said your biggest guy, it doesn't necessarily need to be a guy.
She puts her elbow down on the cred table.
Perfect.
Is Cred okay?
Let's do this then.
Yeah, they're turtles, man. Once they go in their shell, I mean, like, you know how line of effect and stuff works in D&D. You know, fireball can't get through a window, that kind of thing. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So as you grip her hand, you sense and feel her begin to grow in size as well.
Pull Julian back.
The biggest guy, dude.
And she says, "Not a guy, but I see your strength, and I must test it for myself."
Hold
I
on,
bullshit
Cred.
Yala.
Can I know your name, biggest guy?
Biggest guy.
I'm Fred with a PH.
I'm Yala with the Y, A-L-A.
Yala with a Y, A-L-A. Let's do this.
Okay. I think you're actually gonna whoop her ass, honestly, because as lame as this is to say, the tightness of strength only has a plus 20 athletics check.
It's a 42. Or 41, forgive me.
Okay,
Oh.
she only gets a 33. And what? Yeah, I mean, her eyes go wide, and I mean, if Cred was not, using his total shell defense, he would have died instantly from the sheer amount of strength that just transpired on his back. As it is, he's actually going to be unconscious for about 4 hours from the shockwave that went down. All three of her eyes open wide in surprise, and she looks at you earnestly, and she nods in approval. This is strength. Where have
kidding.
you been?
Yala with the Y, A-L-A. Your strength, you must be running the training program that's trying to whip that one over there, Julian with the J, into shape, huh? You've taught that, the other one with all that strength?
She is surprised again, and she said, I only got the job today. How did you know already?
I could feel it. That's kind of the energy that comes with being the biggest guy, and I could tell. You're the biggest guy on that ship. Cred, are you okay down there?
You hear nothing from inside, except gentle snores.
Oh, he's good, he's good. Alright then. With you at the helm, Yala with the Y, A-L-A, I think I can trust that ship to bring my flock aboard. And I lend you all the strength that I've got as the biggest guy of the Fire Island Turtles.
He just keeps nodding slowly at you, like absorbing your words. And she says, I have traveled with gods. I have traveled with those who claim to have strength. But only now do I witness true strength.
Thanks, dude.
I am pleased to sail with you.
perhaps you can show these few that true strength is greater than any magic.
I hope to, dude.
Do you want to help me go kill my brother?
I don't know about kill, dude, but if he's looking to start up the Dolphin Wars again, that can't be allowed. So
What
we're
do you-
gonna go.
Dolphin Wars, what?
Yala, have you never heard the story of the Dolphin Wars?
Oh, no,
Oh,
I know
no.
that dolphins are terrible. It was one of my father's biggest mistakes. Even he admitted that it was one of the worst things that he had ever done, creating the dolphins. Only the most vile and evil of people would think that they are good creatures.
It is true.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know about your father or your brother or any of that, but I do know that you're a good bunch of dudes. And I like that. When you got your head screwed on straight, and you know what you're about.
Mm.
And then Fred, with a PH, shrinks back down to a small sized, standing at about
Okay.
4 foot tall, 3 foot wide.
Out of respect, Yala shrinks down to her 5'10" size.
For a second there, Fred just dangling from the huge size Yala, like arm in arm.
Yeah, so she'll shrink down. All right. Man, she seems shook by this experience. She's never encountered anyone stronger than her. She wanders, well, except her father. She wanders away. Ben looks at her, looks at Fred, and you, Maya, with your incredibly high insight, you know that Blazing Ben is in love with Yala, and he thought after helping her beat up dinosaurs today and letting her rub his abs a bunch that he had a chance. But he knows that there's no way he could ever live in the shadow of this giant.
Fred goes to help the rest of his dudes break down the camp. They leave it spotless.
Kyra approaches you guys while he's gone and says, "And see, you guys probably thought I was full of it again. Huh? Oh, she just said there's a super strong, super big dude on the island. How? Huh? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? That guy's stronger than my brother."
I think that guy might give us a fighting chance against the Fates if we want to go there instead of yonder.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Maya?
Well,
Well, unless they
Yes.
take control of his mind, and then we'd have to fight him. That would be pretty bad.
that would be pretty bad. Also, we still have the whole thing of who do we put in charge if we do succeed.
Do we want to take tonight to discuss this and see if we can come up with the answers, and then decide in the morning?
I guess first thing we should do is, which one do we want to talk about, Yonder or the Fates?
Well, that's the thing, though, is that I feel we need more information before we can decide. Because if we can scry on Gaius and see where he's got that last piece of the Antikytherian, and also perhaps get a better sense of the layout of the an exact positioning and strength of the armies on the island through scrying, that would be a big help. But we won't know that until you've got everything prepared, and that's what, the morning?
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
I want us to fully discuss our options, which is probably infuriating to some, but we've always done our best work where we've hashed everything out and fully discussed it and come up with a solid plan. Granted, the plan never lasts, but we need to work smarter, not harder.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's go. Let's head back and get everybody situated on the ship, and then we figure out where we want to go. I think the fates is the more pressing matter. Maybe I can try scrying on Versi to see if she's still okay, or how okay she might be, or how bad it might be where she's at. I can also scry on their cave now that I've been to that place, and maybe I could pick a place that they're not looking. I wonder if they're able to see invisible things without their eye.
I don't know, but they are the fates. I feel they are capable of much.
But they're incapable of seeing what we do.
They may not be able to see our threads, but they may be able to detect our magic that we cast.
Well, I mean, yes, they'll see the invisible sensor, but who it comes from, I don't know if they'll be able to tell that. Either way, if we go to the fates, we just need to make sure we know who we're gonna install as the new members, and have some provisions on making sure that if Fred comes with us and fights with us, he is protected from being controlled. Because it would be a horrible turn of events if that happened.
It would.
All right, I am here for any NPC interactions you need, any spells you're casting, information. But I mean, I leave it to you guys to decide what to do next.
We could ask Yala what she knows about the Titanborns, so to speak. Noticing the scrying without their third eye manifested.
Oh, okay. She would inform you that thanks to their true sight, they can always tell if they're being scryed upon.
So perhaps not Hergeron.
Yeah, but if I were to scry on Gaius and Hergon was near Gaius, Hergon would see the
he would
sensor.
be able to see it because
Yes.
the true sight would reveal the presence of a Maya-flavored scrying entity.
I guess that's the question. Knowing about, like, now that I have the spell, and I don't know if I would know this, but can you tell who is the one that's scrying when you see the sensor?
No, but for example, something like very powerful might, operating outside of raw might be able to tell, but like raw, no, you just know that something is scrying on you.
Okay.
But a cool thing that I've seen in the past is like the GM might allow like a casting check, like roll off kind of thing, to see if the person who detected the scrying can like look at you through the scrying. You've probably seen that in like movies and shit all the time, where like you scrying on the bad guy and the bad guy starts scrying on you back, kind of thing. But that's none of that's raw. It's just very much like and also when you go to scry on somebody, and when you guys are being scryed on, I actually have to roll like privately so that you guys don't know, because let's see, on a failed save, on a successful save, the target isn't affected and you can't use a spell against it for 24 hours, but you have no idea that someone tried to scry on you. It just means that they didn't successfully scry on you.
Okay.
So it doesn't give you away. What gives you away is if they are able to see the sensor, which will appear within 10 feet of the target. And because it's invisible, you don't even need something like True Sight. You just need the ability to see invisible things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything with blind sight, for example, would know that the sensor was there.
So we just we pinged
And
Gaius.
I'm okay with them knowing that they're being scryed on, just not knowing that it's from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's message Gaius and ask if he knows what Hergoran is. If he's like no, then immediately let's try him.
I mean,
a big
technically
brain play.
technically that's something you could do. Yeah.
And just be like, oh, never mind, just curious.
Also, I have another question, and this is about Claxmus.
Okay.
The
The most important question you've asked all night, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
I
have
have
asked
this
him before we
ability,
ate
and
him.
yeah. I have this ability, and I realized that I may have maybe misread this because
No.
it says alternative. You can create one vial of blessed oil.
Mhm.
Is that blessed oil the oil for reincarnation or no?
No. Blessed
Okay, so
oil, blessed oil. Literally, you oil your body up with it, and you gain bless. I believe
Okay.
it's a homebrew item from this setting.
Can't believe it had
Okay.
this all along and nobody's been oiling up. Yes.
Well, it's either
Oh,
that
yeah.
or your once a day potions.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, then I can't reincarnate Claxmus.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
okay.
no!
I have oils worth 1,000 gold.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I bought them months ago, just in case.
What?
Really?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No, you look down at the forlorn crab claw, all of its meat sucked
What is
out.
what is the amount of time left to bring him back? False advertising, Maya.
Let me see. What's the time here? 10 days.
So you have 10 days to track down 1,000 gold worth of fancy oils.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, we have bicycles on
Yeah,
board.
that's
I mean,
That's
don't
true,
we just
yeah.
have to,
Yeah, would one of the olive oils be that?
You see one of the
well-
turtles nearby oiling up their surfboard for travel.
Yeah.
Bicycles gives you a knowing look, the look of someone who's about to ruin the GM's day, and he says, "Well, you see, value is relative. So just give me 1,000 gold worth of gems. I'll grind it up into this olive oil, and there you have 1,000 gold worth of olive oil."
As long as it's not the extra virgin olive oil, because then you'll have like 3,000 gold worth of oil.
And we know Claximus was not a virgin, so.
Fair.
His life was storied and fantastical.
All right, let me. It will take him some time to craft 1,000 gold worth of fancy oils, though. But I mean, it's possible.
I mean,
Well, I'll
just
actually-
Go ahead, sorry. Go.
Yeah, I'll ask the person who handles our money, Sibo.
Yep, got it.
Is this something we should do?
Yes, 100%.
You guys are at a point in this campaign where you're spending 1,000 golds because you didn't pay attention to the spell during a meme scene. Okay.
And when they
that's
got
cool.
on my case about like 80 gold for canoes.
I remember that.
First off,
Hey,
I would not
Maya,
get on
Maya
your
never
case.
got on your case.
Exactly. It was
All right.
only
Never got
Julian.
it.
It was
Fair enough.
Only Julian.
Bicycles informs you that he can have the oil ready in 4 days. So on the 19th, you will be able to reincarnate Claxmus.
If
I
give
hope
you
he
2,000,
comes
can you have
back
it ready
as
today?
a Asimar.
Aw,
That'd be
that's good
amazing.
because we already have art for that if he does.
Yeah.
If,
All right.
if I give Bicycles 2,000, can he have it ready today?
Oh wow. No, he's got.
Okay, I have to say something.
Yeah. 2,000. Even I'm like,
No,
oh,
he-
I knew I was going to get outvoted, but I mean, really, we're throwing 2,000 gold at this?
He has to brew it, so it's going to take time.
he just did 200 damage. We got to bring this guy back.
Exactly, right?
All right. So
That is a joke.
Claximus revival. All right, got it. Wait, wasn't that his secret quest? Was to not be a crab anymore? I thought that was. Hold on.
It might be it.
I think it was
Claxmus.
to cure.
No, remove his double curse.
Cure his double curses.
Okay.
Was he cursed twice to be a crab or what?
Wants to be a crab and wants to talk like a World of Warcraft goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We might be able to help him with one of those.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of his quests is down.
Okay.
If you kill him
If he's
enough
not a crab.
and keep reincarnating him, eventually he'll be a goblin.
Oh no, if he comes back as a World of Warcraft goblin.
Well, then we can have another
You
inventor on the
have
ship.
one goblin on board.
Hopefully he's
All
like an
right.
inventing goblin and not a gambler. Doesn't set up a casino.
I will invite you guys to this event so that you can eagerly anticipate it on the calendar. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. Imagine having a VTT that doesn't have a built-in clock and calendar. Could you imagine? Oh my god. All right. Anyways, what's next?
Well, after breaking camp, Fred goes around, talks individually with each one of the turtles to make sure they're
Mhm.
making an informed decision coming along. Lets them know the risks of reigniting the Dolphin War and trying to stop it at its head.
Mhm.
Brings aside Stephanie to let them know that they really appreciate their valor in stepping up, being the first one to join the expedition. But lets them know that they'll fully respect any decision they make regarding it.
Oh wow. Yeah. So cherry blossoms kind of fly in the background as you look up at her and tell her this, and you see big pink blush circles appear on her cheeks, and she begins to stammer, and she says, "Dude, of course I want to do this. The dolphins are the most terrible evil to ever be in the seas of Thylea. I would be a coward and a failure if I didn't go and help in any way I could, dude."
You could never be a coward, Stephanie. You've shown more strength here than some people could ever hope to in a lifetime. But I'm
Oh,
happy
man.
to have you along for this.
She's
And
barely
Fred-
breathing as these compliments wash over her.
Fred leans in, he holds out a fist, and he goes for a fist bump.
Okay. There is like a deep inner monologue that lasts 3 episodes of the Stephanie Love Senpai anime. But by the end of the 3rd episode, she does fist pound you back and almost dies of happiness.
I count you as one of my closest friends, Stephanie. Thank you, dude.
Okay.
We're in the Philly arc when you heard friend.
I know. Like that's where the episode ended, was them saying the friend thing, and then like a sound of breaking glass. The camera went right to Stephanie's face
Wait.
as her eyes bugged out, realizing that she had just been friend zoned. You'll have to find out next week what happens, though.
Yeah, you gotta make it. I mean, you gotta find a way to make it 4 seasons. So
Yeah, exactly. But bad news, because now Hulu is the only platform you can stream Stephanie Love Senpai on, and I think I speak for all of us when you have to drop one streaming platform. I mean, Hulu's probably the first one to go. I mean, for being honest. So.
all right,
Yeah.
we'll wait till Sci-Fi picks it up again in 10 years.
Sci-fi.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
That's still a thing, right? Does that exist? No.
No, it is, but
It still
Okay.
exists.
Okay.
all right.
One of the
God.
channels we get here on Fire Island.
I mean, don't be too
National
mean to
Geographic.
sci-fi. I mean, they gave us some awesome shows. In the
They
early
did.
2000s.
They did. Yeah. Always remember the fallen. Always remember the
It's
fallen.
that cool friend you still keep around, even though they've gone a way different path in life.
Alrighty. So so yeah, so Themis or I mean not Themis, Yonder or Fates.
Do you want to check with B team first, or do you want to just
Yeah.
have me throw? You want me to throw up a poll? All right, I'll run down the B team list if you want. I'll tell you who's what. Do you want?
I'd like to know what they think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Avo Wildblade, who grants the benefits of elemental weapon, etc., etc. Avo does not want to go back to the Island of the Fates. Blazing Ben, super cool guy, who he is accustomed to hotness is his special ability. He does not want to go back to the Fates. Brianna says hell nah to go back to the Fates. Chandra Zamrock said, "Why are we even talking about this? We need to go to Yonder." Claxmus is currently waiting to be reincarnated. Corinna says, "Whatever you guys think is best, I'll always support your decision." Crusher says, "I don't want to go to the Island of the Fates." Atticus, Nobody uses. Oh, the reason you don't use Atticus anymore is because his only ability was to give Orin pack tactics. Yeah, that makes sense. Atticus thinks you guys should. Atticus is with Yorgos. He thinks you guys should just go to yonder to fix the Antikytherian and then sail straight to the Nether Seas and skip all of the next chapter. Falana doesn't think you're ready to face the Fates. Gillig's Brightcoin thinks that you should go back to the Fates, bring him along this time, and he'll make sure you make a good deal this time that's mutually beneficial for everyone. Georgos would like to go get Orin. Hagnan Longaxe doesn't really understand why you would go back to the Fates. That seems like could you do that later? Question mark. Halise says that whatever you think is best, but the idea that the dragons throughout the world are suffering, their souls corrupted by evil. How could you possibly let them suffer any longer? If you have the chance to free them, you must take it. Heliodora says, why don't you just go bargain with the Fates? Question mark. Then you could maybe not have to try and kill them and still maybe get what you want. Hermione is just happy to be here. Herminia, she said that she will go with you to fight the Fates, and if they try to charm you, she will charm them back. Yeah, pretty much that's her ability. Callister cannot stand the fact that the Fates sent you guys away with your tail stuck between your legs, and he wants to go back there and he wants to take them out, especially when he heard about the enslaved child. He's furious, and he can't believe that anybody would be cowardly enough to suggest that you don't go back and fight the Fates. Cred, he's down for anything. He'll fight 3,000 Sidonite troops. He will also kill God, if that's what you want. Kyra says, why would we go back to the Fates? Question mark. That doesn't seem like a very good idea. Liren says, Fates, bad idea, unless you're willing to go and negotiate. Let's see. Lorius, he says, whatever you think is best. He has total faith that you guys will get them in the next attempt. Moxena thinks that you guys are being foolish. If the dragons have been cursed this long, what's a little bit longer going to matter? Let's see. Antonia, she thinks that you guys should go back to the Fates, and she thinks that Julian should come up with a better plan this time that negotiates in your guys' favor.
That's Julian's fault. She's right.
Folon thinks that you guys should probably just focus on Sidonites and Yonder for now, because getting the Antikytherian repaired will give you more options and freedom, because you'll be able to access the Forgotten Seas. Porcelain, the Piglet of Legend, is down DTF, you know what I'm saying? Down to find food and eat it. Pythor, he would like to go fight the Fates with you, but he's worried that maybe that would be a bad thing for him as a god to fight the Fates. It's not that he's scared or anything. Anyways, Telemachus says he will help you with whatever you need, and that through friendship, all obstacles could be overcome. Testicles would prefer not to go see the Fates. They sound scary. Tychon will do whatever is best for Andronikos, and will back whatever decision Andronikos makes. Versi is no longer with us.
Probably vote for Fates, though.
So I think she'd probably want to go back to the
Wait, hold on. Wait,
or
Versy's-
maybe definitely not, since
Versy's not with us, or she's just not talking right now.
I said words. I don't know. Nessa is worried about you guys going back to the Fates at this time. Her heart is breaking thinking about the fact that the dragons of the world are, especially little Cyver, who is on the boat, have been corrupted, and she wishes there was something she could do. She is dedicating all of her free time to trying to work with Cyver and help him, but confesses that there is a great anger, greed, and resentment that grows in his heart day by day. Steros, he thinks that you should probably head to Yonder, for the same reasons that were mentioned by others, that fixing the Antikytherian will give you more options and mobility. Endis doesn't understand what the issue is. You should just make a decision and act on it. Your indecisiveness is your greatest weakness and shame. Stavros thinks it'll be hilarious when you go back and kick the shit out of the Fates. They just caught you off guard. Let's
To be
see.
fair to Steros, he's got the most fucked up backstory, probably possibly of any B team member.
Yeah. Pythios, the world's greatest thief, is willing to help you with either mission, but thinks that his skills will be of most use on the Isle of Yonder, where he can help you guys sneak around and get to your objectives. He does not.
His B team ability is just he's the world's greatest thief.
That's right. That's right. That's his ability.
I mean, if we need to get the part of the Antikytherian,
Yep.
All right, and Calculus. Calculus thinks that you guys should go back to the Fates, and you should just go in there, guns blazing.
I will after speaking with them, I did realize something, that if we did go to the Fates first and we're able to deal with this curse that's affecting the dragons, wouldn't that weaken some of Yonder?
Yeah.
Their dragons may be less.
Well,
likely
that's true. It brings up an interesting point of nature versus nurture. If they have if they've been conditioned to be evil, or I guess everyone's evil, everyone's good. They are raised to serve Sidon, so but their natures have been corrupted in so much as every decision they make gets run by like a default setting, and that default setting is essentially evil, like the worst aspects of a dragon. So greed, bullying, hoarding, yeah.
I guess the idea would be,
if you took that away, if you gave them like a clean slate, there's still the issue of this is their religion and life. You know what I'm saying? They might start to like question some of the more
that's what I was going to say.
terrible things that they're being asked to do. But a lot of people who do horrible things, I think, have moments where they kind of question, what am I doing and why am I doing this? Right now, though, none of them would be questioning that, right? They would actually be enjoying it. They would be reveling in that behavior. Yeah.
Also, to be fair, if we do that first and never go to Yonder, the amount of time that they would have to contemplate would turn them to our cause before we ever go to Yonder. So we could just, because the timer doesn't start, right, Meta?
So about that, you are the year 500 at some point this year. It is going to happen. Yeah.
Well, I guess the idea is that if we went to the Fates first, we're able to deal with the Fates there, succeed, get somebody figure out what three are going to be the new Fates, and then figure out a way to reverse that nature for the dragons. When we do go Yonder, we might end up having some opportunities to talk some dragons down, maybe. I mean, it's probably not, maybe not, but it's either like a chance versus it being impossible.
The anti-magic thing, would I get the impression that like a dragon and a dragon's breath weapon would be impacted by that?
The only things in 5th edition, the only things that say magic or spell essentially are going to be affected by it. Everything else would be considered an extraordinary ability or a supernatural ability.
Okay.
Yep. So if, for example, Fred one of his abilities was like, you use ancient giant magic to grow big, then he wouldn't be able to grow big. But if it just says you grow big, I guess it's not. I guess it's not magic,
Right.
That's why he's also
Yeah.
a barbarian,
right?
Right.
to cover your bases, you know. But you were pretty on point about talking about that mind control thing. So I mean, I just caution you now, you know.
That's the double-edged sword of a beefy boy.
So
It's
get
the
mad in
double-edged sword of a beefy boy.
2 sessions when I'm shoving you guys all into the pool of fate.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me 3 seconds.
So yeah, there's that. Or we go to yonder, get the Antikytherian, get more options, and maybe we find something else that can help us take care of the fates. Maybe we meet somebody who might be a better person to put in charge there when we go.
All the prisoners they've got, perhaps. Maybe some more suitable candidates.
Who knows? Maybe
Right
Sibo's
now.
dad. I don't know.
Because right now, honestly,
The fuck?
who would we
No.
nominate for fate status? Besides Versi and maybe Sibo, I guess. Do we have anybody amongst us that would be like, yes, this is a proper fate candidate?
Yeah, I'd like each
This
of
may-
you to put
Oh.
forward into chat the number one pick to be a fate. Like,
Besides Sibo and Versi.
I mean, Sibo, if things hadn't gone so badly, you would have essentially been offered an opportunity to do that, but that would have retired your character. You would have
Right.
ended up having to play a different character.
What's
Yeah.
weird is Fred was my backup character. I don't know how.
Unbelievable.
I got a
Will, how
new Google
dare
Drive.
He was
you?
just the party's backup character.
That new Creative Commons license dropped, so I figured it was like up for grabs, you know, your character. I'm gonna go ahead and publish it in the official.
Well, what
Nazi.
happened was I worked as fast and as hard as I could to write a fan fiction where Strahd von Zarovich fucks a bunch of turtles. One of them was named Fred, but since I wrote that fan fiction using the Creative Commons, it itself became Creative Commons, and then you guys stole my character Fred from my romance fan fiction about Strahd von Zarovich,
Yeah.
and then used it for your character. Unbelievable.
Yeah, all I can say is I'll see you in court.
If there is not an in-game reference to that in Daybreak,
Let's see what we
You've heard
got
the-
here.
You've heard the big rumors about Strahd, have you not? They see he keeps reptiles.
Elise has the routes that lead to the legendary difficulty campaign.
Yeah, like if you wanted to make the hardest campaign, Elise is the routes, dude. Yeah, you just ask Elise what the best, because she's always got the most. She's got the Superman option, but we don't have Superman.
Elise is lawful good, and lawful good people don't live very long.
Yeah,
Period.
Orin's in the underworld.
Yeah. All right, so we got some good candidates there. Georgos, Theros, Nessa,
I feel
Elise.
Steros because he's like an architect. You know, he knows.
Okay, yeah,
how
no,
things
that
work.
makes sense.
I feel like he is mathematically minded, so he wouldn't be impartial.
Glorious.
Nessa
okay.
for the empathy.
I think maybe Indus.
And his
Yes,
Oh wow.
very,
This is
very like
random.
detached and logical.
She's
right?
very type A. She's very type A.
I guess
Look,
so.
I feel like if you took those three and like put them together, it'd be like a good balancing triangle.
And his Steros and Nissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
You
see
have
that.
you have the logical, you have the lawful, and you have the empathy.
All right. Do you think that they would be willing to do that?
No, I don't think so.
And his probably
but-
would. Probably see it as their responsibility to take care of these corruption, remove some corruption from the world, and be perfect as a fate.
I
or something.
think it should be presented to Elise, but I don't think she'd take it.
Correct.
So
Well,
wait,
I'm-
so you're gonna say Steros? Okay. And we got Elise. Do we still have Elise B chart? Let me see if we got Elise B chart.
Oh god.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
Queef sting the fate.
No.
There it is. There it is. Man. All right.
This was made before AI, everyone, before you start freaking out.
Yeah. We had to work hard with Photoshop to make our bad images back then. So
I have to update Maya's all of my extra tokens.
truth.
I don't have Helmet Maya anymore.
Oh.
Well, you can have a different helmet Maya now.
Yeah, no, you don't need like 7 small ones.
Yeah,
Most people don't have little helmets on their hair.
yeah.
Gosh. I mean, Oh yeah, you can see all your snakes peeking out of your sun hat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yorgos is just looking at, he's like laying on a beach towel, like Wolverine in the meme. And he's looking at a picture in his hands.
Warren?
Yeah. Yep.
Back when he was saving those little sea life creatures, yeah.
In
That's where
slow
that's-
motion.
And I just love how Andronicus is just straight off of his TikTok account. So.
That smiley face. With the new Stormbreaker training regime, you too can get ripped in just 90 days.
God damn.
Dang.
Dang.
Julian after 45 days of ab crunches.
Here's our old Maya at the beach.
Nice.
And then Julian's mom.
Current queen of Fire Island.
Yeah. Sibo, distractingly, Nessa is actually wearing a bikini top, which for a person that goes around topless all the time is somehow more exciting that she's wearing a bathing suit top than when she wasn't. So I don't know if this is affecting any of your decisions that they're trying to send her off to be a fate forever. But
She's a big girl. She can choose what she wants to do.
all right, well, I will
Yeah,
tell
she's
you.
a big girl.
I will tell you what, the three people that you suggested here, these three, would take the job. They would do it.
This looks like your average Chris Strad party.
You're right. Theros feels that it would be the greatest challenge and responsibility of all time, and that his nimble fingers were born to for such a task, and he would do what needed to be done. Nessa feels that it is the greatest good she could offer the world, and since every day that since she met you has been a gift, she wants to give back to repay you and the world around her. And Endis says it would have to be me. No one else would get it right.
I mean, I guess even Nessa could rewrite the curse of
Scorpion Island.
what do you call it? Scorpion Island.
The whole turning into a scorpion when you don't have a rider.
Yeah.
Oh dang, that would make a certain flower lady pretty upset, because she was hoping to use that as a bargaining chip with you guys to go run an errand for her. But
We're gonna run that errand anyway. 5-star solutions.
Honestly, though, I feel like anyone that volunteers for the job, as opposed to being volunteered, they think it and then accept, is a little suspect.
these three only answered to inquiries. They did not come to you and say.
Okay, I didn't see Endis in the list, so I misunderstood. My bad.
Oh no,
I just didn't type it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Helise would not want to do it because she would not want to become impartial in her faith.
Well, that's fair.
Okay.
Falana, I think Falana already expressed that she would not want to do it, but a part of her would want to do it, but she is worried about corruption because such power, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Same deal from Liren, who would be a pretty good candidate. She does not feel that she could trust herself with so much power.
I wonder but Androcles?
Oh wow. I mean,
Really? You just met your dad, and then you want to just
This is an OOC Dom thinking.
Okay.
I mean, he'd make a pretty good candidate.
Yeah.
Very wise.
No, Maya wouldn't bring it up.
Hearing your discussion, Yorgos suggests that Oren would do a good job because he's very good with rope.
And string is kind of like rope.
Mm-hmm. There you go. See? And
It's true.
Yorgos
about
nods
Fred?
sagely.
what about Fred?
What's that, dude? We're almost ready to go. Hold on. We're having our huddle and we're discussing how we feel.
Y'all really don't
mean-
want Will to have a consistent character anymore, huh? That's what's going on here.
Another thing too to bring up, these are the people that we've met along the way, and if we go now, these are options. If we did wait, later on, we might meet more people that might be even better.
Yeah.
Dang.
And
If
there's
we- like,
just a
there could
matter
be-
of fact that nothing has changed. Like, we have different tactics, but we haven't actually improved anything mathematically. So I think
Yeah.
waiting is the way to go.
And also, who knows? Maybe like if eventually, at some point, if we go down to the underworld, we might meet somebody there who knows. We don't know a lot, like how that corruption happened,
Hmm.
what all this stuff. So
Take
if we
her
did
act
get
back and then just immediately
It'd
make
also
it
be pretty
big.
freaking awesome if we could like figure out specifics like Achilles' heels for the Fates when we're going up against them, or counters something.
yeah,
So, more intelligence is better.
Well, hearing this incredibly intelligent conversation, Chandras, who's wearing sandals, board shorts, and a button-down shirt open in the front, standing next to Zamrox, who's just wearing a Speedo, he looks to all of you and he says, "This might be the most intelligent strategizing I've ever heard you do. You know that all of your planning to return to the Island of the Fate seems to be focused around getting past the 2 guardians at the front door. You know nothing of the guardians within their lair, the size of the lair, the complexity of it, the abilities that these 3 women are bringing to bear in a battle, or anything else that you might be facing once you get past the 2 guardians that you're planning around."
Well, all the more reason why we've been thinking of waiting and trying to gather more information. Not to mention that I feel that many of the enemies we go up against, there's a certain theme that they have, which I think the Fates, what they will have for us in store for us in the actual lair, will be more of the same, more of denying us our abilities that we have grown to rely on.
And the manipulation of luck and fate itself, yes.
Exactly.
Now, talking about yonder, there is an ancient library there that has been unearthed and restored by Hergeron and his apostles. I was actually offered a job as lead researcher at the yonder library. I turned down the position, but it is my understanding that some of the greatest texts describing ancient and powerful secrets of magic and history are currently being transcribed within that very library. I ask that when we go to yonder, you allow me to come with you. For one, I would like to see who they hired instead of me. For 2, I would like to see just what sort of sweet opportunity I turned down. And for 3, I would very much like to get my hands on the scrolls and tablets stored within that library.
Of course.
You speak of wanting information. The great Geigen Library is said to house more knowledge and secrets than any other culture or structure in all of Thylea. The Arcane Academy of Mitros as is a child's play school in comparison. And then Zamrox goes, and Chandra says, "Fair point. That also means that Hergeron, a master of wizardry, has had easy access to such knowledge. This is no simple task that lies before us. But know this. I think that if anyone can do this, it is you."
So, if we're going to sail to yonder, we need to. We can't let them see the ultras from the shore, which means we're going to have to row there. And we're going to need a pretext for being there in whatever disguise we put on. They're going to have to be mundane disguises because anything else, Hergeron will see right through with magic. If it's something that's mundane, there's a chance that it might fool him.
There's
think,
more than a chance. Creatures that rely on such senses often neglect the more mundane.
Yeah. Oh, see, I think sneaking into yonder, Hergeron spotting you is probably like pretty low on the list of things to worry about. I think the general mass amount of soldiers and defenses are probably.
Well, that's why I'm saying we need a pretext. So
you
that's
want me
why
to? You want me to take you to the wide world map, and you can look at the island
Yeah.
map? Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
How well known is it that Chandra's chose us over yonder?
I know one thing, they won't recognize
It's-
Maya.
Yeah, it's very well known. Like he left.
Yeah.
He left Mitros with you several times because you
That's
keep
all-
going
yeah,
back
I
to
assumed,
Mitros.
I
Yeah.
assumed that.
No, but that would have been a good angle to take for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, no one knows that Maya's changed. They think of her as Medusa, probably still at this point.
I mean,
Unless, unless
50-50.
somebody a Themis, unless they have a, spy a Themis who lets them know.
yeah, it'd say
Probably,
like,
they probably do.
Yeah, it'd be like
Or
50-50.
or they just scry you all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
That, like 50-50.
No, they scry you all the time. Like it's there. First of all, Sidon's a god. So you just gotta look at you guys anytime he wants. But yeah,
It's
like.
like there's something different about Maya.
Did you get a
Did you do something
haircut?
with your hair?
Yeah, what?
I mean, I guess if that's the case, then yeah, like
That eyeshadow's on fleek.
Yeah.
Can I
As the
start
as the
having-
halflings would say.
I had thought to mention this a while ago, but I want to start having Liren, who I think has sending,
Okay.
reach out to Ventus a little more and kind of just not ask for anything, but just letting you know Sivo's hoping you're doing okay and try to build a relationship between Liren and Ventus.
Yeah, you've been doing this since you left Indigo Island, right?
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember if I remember thinking it, but I remember.
No, yep.
Okay. When we're ready to go to the Fates, I'm gonna try to pull that card, guys, because her as a dragon, at least in the initial.
Yeah, she
I
definitely would most likely have an interest in undoing dragon corruption.
Yes. So
yeah, I wouldn't say definitely, but I'd say it could probably be persuaded.
yeah. So hopefully, that's been cultivated. Maya, with your scrying, can you try to scry on Versi?
yeah. So I only can do it once per day because
Okay.
it's my 5th level slot and it's not a ritual. So
Okay.
um
So at least one of the days while we're out.
yeah, and so yeah, I could do it once per day.
Okay. And what's the cost of that? Is there actual component? cost
There's
for it?
it's the 1,000 it's the 1,000
that's the
GP
pearl.
crystal ball, but I guess the pearl.
You look into the
Uh,
mirror,
But it doesn't consume.
you look into
Okay.
the reflective mirror-like quality of the Stephanie's
Yeah.
shell,
Mhm.
and you see
Alright.
you can scry with it.
Every day at noon. Stephanie, I need you.
But if I if I scry, I won't have my 5th level spell slot for
Correct. So,
the
so we
whole.
want to
the
make sure
whole-
it's not a day that we're arriving somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, scry on my dad to get some information about where he is on the island. I have
Hmm.
my scholars pack is actually his. So it's his item if that helps. I don't know.
It would make it
yeah.
still be kind of hard. You need to know him tangentially, so I think it'd be like a +2. I don't know, something like that.
Something like that. Okay. Maybe you do that once as well.
All right.
Can
so
Sivo scry or just Maya?
I
so
don't-
Maya, second hand, Sibo's dad, would get a +2, or sorry, a +5 because he's second
Oh, okay,
hand.
that's pretty good.
Well, no, he would have a +5 to his save to prevent it from
Yeah.
succeeding. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a possession, so that would lower it by 4. So he would only have a +1 to his save, and you have a sick ass spell DC.
Yeah, and assuming
so,
they're
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah.
yeah.
What sort of class was Sibo Senior rocking?
Expert.
Expert in wisdom saves.
Yes.
Oh well, that's gonna make it a little tough.
Or,
Wait,
that-
what universe am I in right now?
Oh geez, go back.
Okay. Okay. So, with that case, then, you want me to go ahead and try it now? Who do you want to be the first person for us to scry on?
If we get any more info on Yonder, because like right now, I'm gonna be honest, Fates, I give us like 80% chance of pass the door guards. Beyond that,
Oh. Oh, my
mm,
bad. Sorry, I thought I put you
Yeah.
guys back on the main page.
No,
There
yeah,
you go.
I agree with that. Like, I honestly feel like if
80%
we-
chance of getting past
yeah.
the door guards. How fucked up we are when that happens? Like, probably decently, and then we've still got to deal with like the Fates, and we're not just gonna be able to waltz into their
yeah,
chambers.
and
Yeah.
talk about priorities, I'm now more worried about losing Nessa than I am finding my dad. So let's
Even
let's
getting
go
to
down
their even getting to the Guardians at this point, because now like we're returning with a purpose. Take them out. Like we've got no reason to go back there unless to take them out, because we obviously were not interested in any of their deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice that at no point were you guys like, well, we have three options here. It was either we go kill them now or we come back and kill them later. There was no like, or we try renegotiating. Yeah.
No.
If the Fates are scrying.
I mean, we
with their
can't, we
funky
can't give them
eyeballs.
anything that they want.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying that negotiate. I'm just saying if we go back there, it's probably going to be to fight, and I'm
It's
not.
gonna be a total shit show if we aren't, going to get their guns blazing. Honestly, and even
Also,
then,
So I don't know. If I have clairvoyance. I don't know if there's something we can do to.
It's only
do
a 1
scouting
mile
back.
range.
Right, but if we go back to the island, we could be on the find ways.
Yeah,
to-
I have that as well, I believe.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's benefit to using that to kind of
You'd hear them talking or see them down there.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I could like it's pretty much like scrying the location.
You just have to be closer, right?
Yeah.
The main thing I'm worried
And
about.
they'll be-
with
they'll-
Yonder-
Yeah, this is location. Mhm.
The main thing I'm worried about with Yonder is once we go there, we have to at least touch ground to leave.
Yeah.
So we need to have some more info about.
Yeah, I
some
think
sort
it
of safe
might. I
landing.
think going to Yonder, we might be better served like renting a ship somewhere else
Your ship doesn't have to touch
rather than
ground.
sailing the
That's one of
Ultras.
us.
The Antikytherian has to be calibrated on land. So
Yeah.
the ship could do a sail by, essentially,
Ooh.
and then you guys could travel in either the jolly boats or some
Alright.
other means to get the island. Is the map broke for you on your thing?
Oh yeah. Let me refresh.
Has it been broken for a while? Because
No,
I
I
can
think
fix
it
it.
was. I think it was working last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's working on mine. Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, it's
okay.
working on mine. Yeah.
All right, let me lay this on you. Getting into Yonder, you know how they send out those patrols like the one that Golaron was on?
Mhm.
Mhm.
We besiege one of those at sea and go in there quick and quiet, knock out whatever sentry they use to like send distress calls, and take that ship over, and then we use that as a cover to get into the heavily defended inner sanctum, because they'd be less worried, because like think about it, what's the last place they'd be the most suspicious about? Like they're not going to be the most suspicious about somebody trying to break into that most heavily defended part.
So
Or-
based off of what y'all told us, there's a bunch of docks over here.
Yeah, there's this
but
cave
there's
that
the
leads directly to the inner sanctum.
So there's a big base here that has a
Valia.
cave that leads to
Valia.
the.
You can actually see it on the map, right? The
But
big
see,
base.
if anybody was going to attack Yonder or sneak into Yonder, they're not going here. They're going here.
This whole area to the right, this is so dangerous because there's a lot of reefs and such. So yeah,
That's
like
why
they have docks and stuff here, but you have to know the right
That's why
route
we
through.
commandeer the boat. It's the perfect disguise. I think it's a lot better than trying to sneak up in here, because they're going to be heavily tracking anybody.
This port is easy. Yeah, this port is easy to get in and out of, and is the main port. These guys, this is more where they practice like their military, like their naval exercises and whatnot. And then the whole thing has like a protective reef around it, so it's not, they can't mobilize this shit over here to get out into the main ocean very easily.
We take a strike
Okay.
team. We get to
So
the
this,
one of their
this
boats
is
out on
this is
patrol.
the absolute biggest military base on the island right here. This is the road that leads inside. These are all everything you see inside this crater. This is all military base. All of this, and then up on this plateau is where the library is. But
So I
all
need
of
you to
this in
tell
here,
me-
this is all military. Now you will see on the map that there is a northern entry, but there are also two bases over there.
Is this a base here?
Yep, that is another big base. I'm telling you, like they got military shit everywhere on this island.
All right.
Okay.
You've been to a lot of islands. You've probably been like, why aren't there any towns? Where the fuck are all the people? Apparently, they all live on this fucking island.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like a
I think-
pass
I
right
think-
here.
yeah, and there is another pass there that they use to get from that place to here.
I think if we did, I think finding getting one of their ships, commandeering it, keeping one of the people who know one of the navigators that knows the pathway through the reef area,
Mhm.
getting through there, and then I don't know if it makes sense to maybe have a few extra crew members who are on that ship pose as side knots that are just working
Yeah.
on the ship.
And remember, when
And
you
then
infiltrate
getting
that
in-
ship, you got to kill or incapacitate anyone on board that can send out a distress call. Because if they do, we're hosed.
Yeah.
And a distress call in a magical game means anybody that could pop off a send
Sending.
off a familiar. You know, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd have to be discreet.
Can
and,
I-
like probably at night when they're asleep?
Can I illusionary terrain our boat?
To look like the sea.
Does it look like
Yeah.
Oh,
or like a wave?
That's
Yeah.
like some. That's some like.
I think so. I think you could do that.
That's
You
easy
make a
one
natural
critical
terrain.
shit there.
Yeah.
You make okay. Hold on. You make natural terrain in a. It look like, sound
There's
like, smell
wood.
like any other terrain. Here, I'll post it so everybody can read it too, and help me with this. All right. You make a natural terrain. Look like, sound like, smell like.
I think the issue would be the size of the Ultras itself.
Yeah, 150 foot cube is not enough.
Well, I'll measure it real quick for you. Yeah, no way. From stern to prow, that sounds like boat parts. It's 265 feet.
So you
Would I
need
be able to
somebody else.
make? Would I be able to make a illusionary terrain on one side, and you can't see through it to see the Ultros?
So the issue with that is spells in the game on ships. They work relative to the ship to a certain extent. But it's something like the terrain. The terrain would be the ocean itself, and so you would leave that
Yeah.
behind as you went. Do you see
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
not
Yeah.
so we find a spot that's kind of that's kind of far away from the island,
Mhm.
and then park there, put the illusionary terrain in front of us, between us and the island,
Mhm.
so that when the ship comes out, we can see it before they see us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that could work. Like you create a 150 foot by 150 foot by 150 foot like fog bank or something.
Yeah, in front of the
Right.
Ultros, and we're just anchored
Yeah,
there,
it
waiting
would
for them.
be
to
it would be stationary, but yeah.
How long does this last? 24 hours.
Then we send out a small strike team to get aboard the boat.
I mean, historically, pirates and ship people and all that, they would, they knew how to do this shit by just using natural phenomenon, like when the
Yeah.
sun would set and weather and stuff like that. So, yeah,
I'm not training sea
certainly,
vehicles.
yeah, it's certainly not out of the question for you to try and do something like that.
Okay.
Just seems like we got a better shot at taking out a boat full of side knights and then going from there versus whatever the hell's going on with the fates. At least that gives us more options. And if we bungle it horribly, then we can go from there,
I think that's good. Let's get one of their boats.
Nice. All right.
Hopefully Galron's not on it.
That's the risk we
Rick, he
take.
is. At least we get him out of the way.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. You know.
It's double-edged sword because Golaron's on it. They're much less likely to try and call for help because Golaron's probably gonna want to show up and be like, "Surprise! I killed the hop. Here they are."
Yeah, fair.
All right. So who am I scrying on first?
I don't know. Sibo's dead.
Let's just go with Gaius.
Oh,
Yeah.
You want me to do Sibo's dad? I mean, if I do Sibo's dad and he's on here, that'll give us a location.
That's
Two.
true. That's true.
Well, it would give you a location in so much as what you could see around him. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
then-
like it's not like you would like zoom all the way out and like see exactly where on the island he would be.
Oh, I know, but then I can always scribe back at that same location.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that location is probably like either wherever they have him working or
Mm-hmm.
in a cell or something.
Oh, scry on him at night, so you can, if he's outside, you can check the star. He might be inside though.
I mean, you guys let me know. Who you want to go first?
I mean, how many? If we chart our course, how many days away are we?
Yeah, I guess we
because
we
because of the shifting seas and such. But if you did do, are you going to make any sort of sacrifices to Sidon or anything? Okay. It's going to take 4 days.
We have a bunch of turtles now. I don't know.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, so we do 4 days there, and then if we need to, we can, or 3 days, and then we can just circle the island for a bit, do a little more scrying if we need to, and before sort of.
I mean,
rolling
once we like, how far out can we go without them noticing us?
I mean, that
I
depends.
mean, how close? How close
they-
can we get without them noticing us?
They have an incredible navy, so
Yeah.
they're going to be there, and their boss is the god of storms and sea. Like,
I know, so-
they're going to be out there patrolling the waters and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Okay.
it might be easier to go to like. It might be easier just to go sail to like a popular shipping lane or something between like the Indigo Isles and like Mitros or something, and then
You
just
go like
look for a side night boat because they were attacking boats.
I mean, that's true. The big this big of a force, like the supply train for it, or supply boats.
I guess
for
what
it.
we could do.
They're gonna be huge. They're gonna be back and forth all the time, right?
We could go back to.
Yeah.
We could
Go
we could go
away
back to
that way.
Mitros and then follow one back.
Or
attack it while
or
it's at sea.
or just put yourselves
Yeah.
on it and
Yeah, put ourselves on it.
Ooh, smuggle ourselves on.
Go back to Mitros and sneak onto
a side night boat in port.
when it's parked. Yeah.
It's like it's time for a stealth mission.
Where's
right.
Slyfuck?
Sibo
Oh, we know we need to bring up Pitios now.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
One
for
last
this one, I
job.
think we needed to bring PTOS anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
the
Okay,
world's
so-
greatest thief, the world's biggest guy.
All right, so we're going back to Mitros to sneak onto a side night boat.
Sure, I'm down. It sounds less dangerous than all the other options, which is wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
while I'm there, while I'm there, we can buy that.
Infiltrating a supply boat is going to be way less complicated and way less likely of being discovered than taking over some military patrol vessel.
Yeah, I feel like the supply boats are going to get inspected a lot heavier than a military patrol. Than a military, like we'd have to get.
I mean, it might even be the sort of thing where, like, we ditch the boat.
Maybe if there's a supply boat that
before,
has
like
a
when they
military
arrive
patrol.
on the edge of the island before they even get into a port, like I'm
Now,
out and jump in and swim to shore.
I will say the only thing about this is that we get on that boat, we leave the Ultros back in Mitros, or I don't know, at the Mithril Forge. How do we get back? How do we leave?
Yeah, we have to steal a boat or something.
We don't need the Antikytherian if we're not the one we just leave the Antikytherian with Moxena and have her come pick us up.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that would have to be it.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's sort of like
rather
we
than-
infiltrate and be like, all right, we're stealing this boat, we're infiltrating the island, come pick us up in 4 days or whatever. And then that gives us our timer of when we need to rescue Sibo's dad and find that missing piece. And then, yeah.
Yeah, put like a
Mhm.
hard stop on it, and I'll also be like, if Moxet have a Sibo put Moxet's name in their book.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just anybody
Also,
on the
we
ship,
also
honestly.
while we're back in Mitros, resupply for this crazy mission that we're about to
I
do.
would like to
Yeah.
point out that this has been the whole session, and we have accomplished
Hey.
recruiting Will's new character.
that was a whole hassle.
Hey, but at least now we have a direction that I think we're all agreeing
Yeah.
with.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, you also got a crystal ball for scrying.
That's
Yes,
true.
that's true. Okay, before
And
the
the
I
hottest
guess
total day this side of the
Yeah,
Forgotten
true.
Seas.
Definitely.
all right. So okay, so before we go any further, who am I scrying on?
So to further complicate your lives, Chandras points out that there are other places in the world besides Mitros and Oregia that they are likely getting a lot of their supplies from the small island nation of Manuvos, which is a volcanic island that, because of its volcano and rich soil, grows some of the finest grapes and olives in the world. And because of its fertile soil that grows fertile crops, they also do a booming trade with livestock and whatnot. So you guys could look into that as another way to sort of kind of get a ship that's going to yonder.
Yeah, for me, I feel like a supply vessel is probably going to be scrutinized a lot more than a military one.
Oh, for sure.
So I think the military has the higher barrier to entry, but is easier when
Mhm.
we get in the more dangerous situation. The supply vessel is going to have more lax security leaving, but getting there it's going to be heavily scrutinized. The military vessel, more initial of a pain, but then probably easier to get in once we have control of the boat.
Well,
And
I
think
mean,
we wanna- I think we want to hedge our
I
bets.
think
not have
it's
the difficult
easier to
part.
blow our cover early with the military one, though.
Yeah, but then if we blow our cover, we're in Mitros and not on yonder.
That's true.
well,
Now,
another thing-
Mitros does not acknowledge that the Pact of Peace is going, or the Oath of Peace is going to end, that a war is coming, and they have the Cyanide Order is essentially their
Royal
military
Guard.
police.
Yeah.
So that would be Mitros would be a place to smuggle yourselves onto such a ship.
I'm thinking if we could find like an escort ship that's escorting supplies.
Well,
Are
The
pirates?
escort to the supply ship?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Because they're gonna check the supply ship, but not the military. Probably, I don't know. Less heavily than they check the crates and stuff. Because if we stow away in some barrels, I don't know.
Hmm.
Moxana says, or if you're worried about the Ultros being identified, we could just use a different ship. You
Then-
are familiar with the Spring Wind?
Hmm.
She and I used to work together. I could reach out.
Yeah.
We'd end up owing her a favor, but
I don't know if we want to be in her debt because there's the small matter of the instruments that she
Is that we
stole.
still
And
need
we
to
want
get-
that back as well.
yeah, Kyra says, I mean, that's great. After she helps us, we double cross her, we get my instruments back.
I mean, what's likely?
Isn't
she
the
doesn't
bounty
double
on her
cross
head
us?
as well?
What's the bounty
Yeah,
on
I
our
mean,
heads?
She's like the most feared pirate in all of Thylea. I mean, she's got sea serpents trades to her beck and call. I mean, she's super hot.
Isn't she in the Cerulean? No, the Forgotten Seas.
Yeah, but you
we'd
know,
be bringing her to our neck of the woods.
but Maya, there's not a lot of boats to raid there. Just because she lived there, doesn't mean that that's where she does her raiding. She still comes into the Cerulean Gulf to get the good stuff and to run her smuggling operations. Because somebody was a human trafficker. And she looks over at Moxena. And Moxena blushes a little bit. You guys forgot that part where she would turn people to stone, and then
no.
the Spring Wind would take them
No,
to.
we hadn't forgotten.
Okay,
No.
the whole Emerald Scale thing. The crime syndicate. That she's a criminal. She's a bad guy. You
I
guys
think we're working
forget that
on
part.
rehabilitation here.
Uh huh.
They're turning their like it's community service right now. To
It's nothing personal, Maxena. I'm as salty as you are about Maya's bad decision making. Like, we're on the same team in that regard.
yeah, if Nim wasn't in the Astral Sea, he'd also be a little disappointed.
So that actually is an option. We got a lot of ways we could approach this. We could also go to Aresia, convince the Queen to give us one of their boats. We could sail over there under the Aresian flag, who maybe they're kind of still neutral. I don't know. I mean, the Queen said that they were going to watch our progress, so I mean, maybe they're not under suspicion as much. Hmm?
Yes, but if we went back to Regia, there's only the small matter of, well, their god poof is there. Or
I
did we
mean-
establish that Echo has a shrine on board?
We're not sure where he's going to reappear. I mean, I think the only reason I showed up on Fire Island is because I'm borrowing some divine power from Halcyon. So
Mhm.
Okay.
if I had to wager, though, I'd say he's going to end up back in his temple in Aresia. Which is fine, because, I mean, you guys treated him really nice and stuff while he was adventuring with you, and I mean, I'm sure he remembers that.
Right, but why is he magically there? It's because he died. They told us nothing was supposed to happen to him.
Okay, well, you know, it's like that play about the dad fish, and he's looking for the baby fish, you know, and then the fish that can't remember anything. And she said, you know, if you don't let anything happen to him, then nothing could ever happen to him, or something like that. It's just like that.
I mean, you remember too, the Nim was pretty good at lying.
Yeah, maybe he'll just say that he returned to like, you know, because he missed them or something. I'm just throwing out ideas.
No, it's just there are complications involved with that, but I feel like that is perhaps not the worst thing. I just if we were to do that, if we were to go that route and use one of their ships as a ploy, we would be using their goodwill, their flag, to conduct espionage, which might bring them into a bad spot that they may not want to enter into.
Well, that's why Gillig's Brightcoin chimes in and says, "Oh, but you're forgetting about your friends over Indigo Island, eh? We've got boats. You could just take a boat out of Indigo Island. It's not like we've declared ourselves one way or the other. And you know that they're getting supplies from all over if they got so many troops to feed. You could just go with the latest shipment of pickles."
Honestly, we probably can do the same thing with Themis. For what they know, Themis was was working with them as well, and that's a way of getting us a ship to go there. We have a smaller navy, but
You can go on the Basilisk shipment. We'll ride in the hold amongst them. Just keep your eyes shut.
I mean, who would wanna search the Basilisk pens? That's good. Wow.
Yeah, but who would want to ride with the basilisks?
Alana, after making the suggestion, just kind of hides the
Oh,
team
Falana,
token.
Falana, that's like, I was just like, I was like looking over at this turtle, like, damn, he's strong and smart. Is this fucking Jack Reacher up on the boat? What the
No.
fuck's going on with this?
No, Fred's not.
Yeah.
Fred hasn't been here for any of this. This is all Falana.
Oh,
Fred's,
okay. Oh, okay.
They're setting up their surf shop down below. They got like a Don John's going. Or Ron John's.
I mean, yes. I mean, I could ask Themis to. Well, I guess not. I guess I don't have to ask.
You can order.
Well, I can see if any ships are available, commandeer them, and see if we can do that. Use that to.
The problem with that is we still got to do the approach. If we steal the military ship,
Yes, and there's only the small matter of if we've been watched this entire time, they might very well know that it's. If it's a
Well, I mean,
ship
if we-
of Themis, they might
if we're
know
being-
that there's been a political shift.
I mean, if we're being watched, then anything we do will not be will be known.
Need to have Pythor or Yala nearby, or any of the gods that can see, and just let them know when we're getting scryed on.
Well, Heliodora says, well, that's a very dangerous way of thinking, Julian. It's like being in a relationship and worrying that your partner is cheating. At that point, they might as well be cheating. You can't base every decision around the idea that they might already know what you're going to do, or there's nothing that you will be able to do.
Well, right. Maybe I need more wine, less wine, something. But no, if it's
You need
more
a little
like
bit more
the
physical
word's gone-
training, dude. We just got the gym set up downstairs, Julian. If you're done with the planning, we need to work on those glutes, man.
My glutes are fine.
Heliodora goes to your side, Maya, and says, my queen, your idea of using the ships from Themis could be the key here. They are expecting reinforcements from Themis still. If word has not made it to them of the death of the queen, then this could work. But if they do know of what has transpired, and that leadership has shifted, and that you are the one who has taken the crown, I doubt that the Side Knights would trust any ship from Themis.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is one.
I'm terribly sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I guess another way we could do this is, I know you were saying, Sibo is sending a message to Gaius. Maybe you can send the message to Gaius. I can scry him at the exact same moment. And the question has to do with something to do with Themis, and see if we can gauge if they have that information.
Oh, jeez.
Heliodora kind of pauses for a bit and says, or you could just assume that you've got very poor odds that your Themis plan could work, because it would backfire terribly if they have declared themselves against Themis because of your involvement.
Mm-hmm.
However, it could be a ship of Amazons who do not agree with your new rule and who want to honor the original agreement and have left Themis to join the great war that is to come. That could be a solution.
Are the Indigo Isles or is Themis closer to?
Again,
Wow.
the islands are always floating. And
That's right. They're always moving.
The
Hence the
currents are always
recalibration.
the currents are always changing. The islands are always shifting. Yeah.
I feel like we're kind of in a situation where we either need to burn the church down or not. And if we're keep deliberating, we're going to spend 2 more sessions before we get attacked from behind by a vampire. So we need to make a decision.
Really? You're gonna play that freaking card?
This was just a random metaphor, you know.
For sure.
I've heard that. I've heard that
It's
saying.
specifically targeted and triggering. How dare you?
I frequently burn down my own home when there's one spider in my house, for sure. Yeah, I definitely can relate to that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
it's the only way to be sure.
Ooh, is it though? All right. So what is the?
No, but I mean,
All right.
in the grand scheme of things.
We're going to rely on the greatest tool of all time. We're going to set up a poll. You are only going to get the following options, and whatever is chosen is what happens. So we're going to put pirate a military vessel. Okay.
If you explain the plans to Fred, he'd say, "Oh yeah, we can get that vessel, no problem. I'll get Shell Team 6 going here."
Shell Team 6, for fuck's sake. All right. Let's see. Pirate, military. I just can't type tonight. I'm so tired. Military vessel. All right. Add option. Stow away on military. Add option. Pirate a trade vessel. By pirate a trade vessel, I also mean just impersonate a trade vessel. You don't have to actually go steal one from somebody. Stow away on trade vessel.
We need like we need some ranked choice voting for this one. Oh my God.
We'll definitely vote on as many as you would like. I'm gonna throw out everything that you guys have been talking about so far. Don't worry about where the military vessel or the trade vessel comes from for now. Just decide if that is what you want to do. Okay. So a sail by drop off. Okay. Another one was hide Stormbreaker in Magic Fog. And I think that was it. Pirate a military vessel, stow away on military vessel, pirate a trade vessel. Oh, no. There was hire Spring Wind.
There was also don't do anything until the world clock starts, and then make a decision.
That's
Alright.
the vampire attacking us from behind.
That's, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now that because of how long it has taken you, I am taking back. I am altering the deal. I have actually started 2 weeks ago the timer for the world.
Alright, we gotta make a decision.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Split
Let's
the deal.
see.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's actually a vampire behind you right now.
All right.
It's because we
So
spent 3 sessions trying to get across the thing, isn't it?
Well, that wasn't in-game time.
well, also 8 months ago you told me you were going to Yonder, and I worked really hard to prep it, and then you didn't go, and I'm still a little salty about that. So
What did we do?
I
Going to
played SIBO.
Yonder?
all right, there you go.
You know what? Fates for sure. No.
Yes, just scrap everything. Fuck it. We ball. Storm the fucking beach. Well, if I'm okay, although
That is actually how the adventure is written. They're like, obviously the heroes will storm the beach.
yeah, although
Like,
the-
okay. Sure. Thank you, Baldur's Gate team. That's
Yes,
exactly
let me
what
look
would
at
happen.
all of those pink circles that each
Yeah.
indicate a discrete military base, and I'm gonna decide to storm the fucking beach.
Yeah, your DM goes through, circles all of them with pink Sharpie.
Everything in the written adventure is assuming that you will always take the murder hobo option.
I mean,
That
it's
is-
probably pretty safe.
Statistically,
Yeah, that that is who they wrote it for.
Fucking,
They're
we've
like,
got 12 answers. How many times are we voting?
As many times as you think you
I'm
want.
gonna close voting in 2 minutes. You have 2 more minutes to vote. Whatever gets the most votes is what you will do. All right, 1 minute left.
That was a quick minute, dang.
Yeah. Well, I'm aiming
he
for.
immediately thought better of 2 minutes. Like, no, I'm not giving
I'm-
these
I'm-
motherfuckers another chance.
I was cool for 11:23, and because you're gonna have another round of voting to figure out where you're gonna get your military vessel from.
Hey, there could be an upset here. I don't know. Who hasn't voted
Okay.
yet?
Guys, you know what? Fates for sure. I don't know why that only has 1 vote.
I don't know why. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I do have a 4th character here, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll give it a week or so.
I mean, I have my votes in, so I don't know about what's going on with y'all.
We're closing it out. All right, you guys will be pirating a military vessel. So, how get vessel? Question mark. And first option is port of Mitros.
Mhm.
Next one is port of
Venus.
Manuvos.
Oh yeah, that works.
I think Manuvos is the better bet. This way, we're not upsetting Valis and giving her like if we go there and something happens and it's now
And
Hot
also,
versus
I feel
Mitros.
I'd rather do like Indigo Isles.
Gaius already ran away from Mitros, right? They're going to be more alert about things from there.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do Indigo Isles if that's their logic there.
They don't have military vessels there. They would just have supply.
Oh, never mind then.
And those are pretty much the only ones that you would know of. You'd only have these 3. So here we go. Port of Mitros, Port of Manuvos, or Commandeer at Sea.
Or number 4 after we fight the fates.
Weird that one's not on there. I definitely would have
It's
voted
a-
for that one, 100%. Yeah.
Ill Fates rewrite the tapestry to fix the Antikytherian. Never go to yonder.
Yeah.
Rewrite the tapestries to extend the Pact of Peace and not have the time yet.
Oh my god.
Fucking snip Sidon's thread, boom, done.
See you in 2026, Crash.
You guys know what happens to Hercules. The scissors get all bent up when you try to do stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I like the idea of the Point of Manuvos, but I feel like
It's a can of worms.
there's too many things. If things go wrong at sea, the only people that can tell each other, like the only way they can tell anybody is magic.
Yeah,
if
they can
things
be
go
like,
wrong in a port, like there's a million different ways.
yeah, if we're
All
at
right.
sea and they get out like a distress call, then it's like, okay, well, I mean,
Yeah.
they know we're attacking Sidon, so they that's what they know.
All right. So you're hoping to set a course to yonder, keeping an eye out, taking a meandering course and keeping an eye out for possible shipping lanes or possible military
Yeah.
activity.
I
Try
think
to catch a ship unawares.
I think we should maybe patrol the shipping lanes between yonder and Manuvos.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And look
Such
for
as-
one coming back from Manuvos to
Such as
yonder.
they are. Such as they are. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Well-
and we could also do like that where we know we were sailing to the Indigo Isles and we came across the ship that was being attacked by Golaron, right?
Yeah.
So that's another candidate. But yeah, either way, I think between Manuvo and
Okay.
Generally, ships will stay close to the coast in this campaign setting. Like, especially within the Cerulean Gulf. Like, they will try to stay within sight of land whenever possible. Yeah. Because
yeah,
it's
okay. I
easier to
suppose
stay
that is
oriented.
really, does everybody have some weird mystical compass thing? Like, how do they get from yonder to other places? Do they just sail in a
They're-
direction and hope?
They ask their god to let them go, and he does because he controls the ocean.
What a douchebag!
They make sacrifices to the god of the sea for a safe and
Yeah.
successful journey.
Oh,
You guys are
capitalism.
your Antikytherian is like a 1988 Game Genie, okay? Like you are basically hacking the ocean with this thing to get
Wait,
below his
So we
radar.
are literally hacking the planet. That
Yeah.
is-
Yeah, basically. Because without it, he would have just sunk your guys. Well, he can't sink your ship, but he would just nonstop send shit against you. The encounters that you have are serendipitous. Like, if he could, he would nonstop send forces against you. Like, the Antikytherian is the only thing that is allowing you to travel with relative safety around the world. The ship itself is very powerful and can weather any storm that he sends because the heart of his daughter beats in the wood of the ship, etc., etc. But yeah, the Antikytherian is the key to you guys being able to travel. Everyone else just says, Sidon, I'm trying to go to Auresia. Here's some sacrifices. And he's like, sounds good. And then they they follow the constellations and they get there. You guys don't have that luxury.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Commandeer at Sea.
All right. So let's see. We're almost at time. So we will essentially pick up next session with you guys finding one. The question here is, does anything else interesting happen before you find it? Let's see. Hold
Again,
on a
does
sec.
anybody want me to scry anything before we do this? No?
Ending on a
here we go.
scrying might be good. Ending the session on a scry might be good.
Yeah. Do we want to still scry Gaius, or do we want to scry somebody else?
Pretty much anybody would be
Versi.
better. Or not better, but anybody would be good, honestly.
I think we scribe Versi since we're not going there for the end of the session, and then we could do.
I mean, if we scry Versi, we see something, they'll make us go
No,
there.
no,
Oh,
not back to the pools.
All right,
all
no, we're
right.
not scrying Versi.
Yeah, put a poll out.
Versi, and we immediately change everything.
No.
The second time we told Crash we were going to yonder, and we just fucking don't.
God.
This would
We
be
don't need to piss
fun.
off Crash any more than we already have.
Well, yeah, far more.
This would be well past the second time. This
No,
would be
yes.
well past the
the only
second
time we
time.
would have ever done that, ever.
Let's see. Sibo Daddy.
Percy or Gaius.
Galaron.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
Lutheria. Sidon. Let's see. Hergeron.
Sigh.
Let's see. Gaius.
Andrew,
Leave my father out of this, please.
All right, I think that's good. Create.
Telemachus. See what he's up to.
He's right there.
But-
He's right there, and if we're all bored, he's probably boffing my mom.
I mean,
yeah, that'd
I
be a
mean, they
rough try.
hadn't seen each other in a while, so
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna display something like that on Stephanie's back, you definitely gotta get some informed consent first.
all right. We got 2 votes for Sibo's daddy, 3 votes for Sibo's daddy. Oh, this is okay. That's a pretty dramatic one to end on, Sibo's daddy. Okay. Oh, it's all over the place. Oh, it's up, it's down. Nope. Now we're tied. Sibo's daddy and Gaius.
I'll do that. Okay, between Dad and Gaius, we'll go Dad.
Okay. And closing out the polls in 3, 2, 1. Sibo's dad. All right.
He's the one most likely to actually be on Yonder, I think.
Yeah.
And if he's not on Yonder, then
Or not, he could have been sent off because we dawdled.
yeah, I'm curious to see
Yeah,
what
and
his
if he's
conditions
not
are.
on
To be
yonder,
honest.
we can go somewhere.
There's nowhere else to
It
go,
doesn't, like-
child. I
It
don't know
doesn't
what.
it doesn't geotag the scry, right? Like
I mean,
we'll
I
see it-
have
we'll
I have
see it
3
somewhere.
I have 3 books of extra Theros Islands. If you really need more Cerulean Gulf content, this is
Wait,
not
wha-
you
wha-
guys. This is not you
Yeah.
I'm
guys.
trying, alright, I'm trying to get us together.
Wait, why don't we
Alright.
turn into Vikings now?
So
Ooh.
Maya, you received instructions on what Sibo's dad looks like. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
and
okay.
an item in his that was his possession.
All right. So you are looking for Joyous Shepin.
Yes.
All right. Sibo, how would you describe your father to Maya in a way that she would be able to scry him better?
I point at my face and I say, "None of this." Pointing at the scars.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about how amazing his beard is compared to what mine could have ever looked like. Blue eyes, handsome, dreamy, just looking into. That's what
Okay.
my mom said anyway.
Sure.
And I kind of go off like in that way, just
All right.
overly unnecessarily explaining. this.
Okay. Maya, with your very high insight, you realize that Sibo has a lot of father issues, which Netza's kind of already told you when you guys were like having tea or whatever. Yep. All right. So with all that in mind, with basically Sibo's father being a perfect version of Sibo that he could never live up to, you hold his tools in your hands, and you stare intently into Stephanie's pearlescent shell. All right. Her shell begins to shift and change, and you feel your spirit pulled from your body and into Stephanie's pearlescent shell, and then sent skyward. Up and away. The ship becomes a small speck on the ocean, and you are adrift in the clouds. You see the stars of the Nyx swirling far above you, and just a cloud bank blocking your view of the world of Thylea below. You drift like an ephemeral spirit between the stars and the clouds. A spirit pulled farther and farther away from the ship, not towards any island in the Cerulean Gulf, but far out to sea. Soon, a light can be seen, shining like a lighthouse beacon through the bank of clouds. And as your spirit dives down through them, you see a massive tower. It rises up out of the ocean, and each floor seems to be sized for a giant. windows stand tall, some colored with glass, some shuttered closed with metallic panels, and some allow you to see inside. You feel yourself being drawn towards one of the higher windows of this magnificent construction. Storm clouds rage all around the tower, and as you draw closer, you begin to hear the sounds of industry from within. You pass through the glass and find yourself in a workshop. Around you, you see bronze automatons hard at work building artifice. And you see, commanding them, is Joyous Shepin.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
All right. As you kind of settle into place and look around, you see out the grimy window, the vast forgotten sea, and you look around and see that in this workshop, they are building something large and incredible out of artifice. It is beyond your understanding, but you imagine that this would be of great interest to the Jankans and perhaps even Vulcan himself. But the nature of it is unknown to you. You also see, assisting Joyous Shepin and the automatons, are humanoid ants. They wear little work aprons and carry many tools and labor industriously under his rather stern command. His voice seems kind, but there is a sternness behind it that brokers no failure and no shortcomings.
Mhm. I guess another question about scrying. Can I speak while I'm in the process of doing this and like seeing the people around
Yes,
me?
you can describe it to people around you. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask somebody to get whoever the best drawer is that is on the ship,
Mhm.
and so I can describe what I'm seeing. This
Okay.
automaton that I'm seeing, and see if I can get them to draw it.
It's Georgos.
Okay. I mean, he is actually a really good artist. Yeah, sure. Well, he's a good dancer, but he's also a good artist. Okay.
And I want to try and describe what I'm seeing as best I can, so that we can probably show this to Vulcan or something like that later.
Okay. All right. Other than calmly but sternly ordering commands, he doesn't say much of interest. He just seems to be absorbed in his work.
Hmm.
And he does not seem to be imprisoned. He doesn't seem to be wearing any sort of like collars or chains or manacles. He seems to have free reign of the workshop that he's in.
Okay. And then I would also say I don't think he's on. I see him. I don't think he's on yonder. Does not seem to be yonder. There's a huge tower.
I mean, I think
The only place I can think of,
yeah, Praxis.
Praxis.
He's evil. We have to kill him.
What?
What?
I mean, I don't know. He seems to be managing a workshop, and he also has the forgot their names now. The ant people.
I forgot what they are. I could go through notes to find it though.
Yeah, I gotta go through my notes to find it. But they have them. They're working the shop.
What, the creatures from Titan's Folly?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Really? Do they happen to be like Misty stepping around by chance? I'm just curious.
Am I seeing them misty stepping around?
You don't see them misty stepping around. No, they seem to be working on the. Oh, one just misty stepped on top of the thing. Yep.
Yes, they are misty stepping around.
Wonder. Yeah. All right.
It's probably just a coincidence. I mean, they've
Yeah,
seen
it's
it.
fine.
Plenty of people misty step, I'm sure.
No.
This is not good news.
Well, if I know my father, he'll put a weakness in that thing that's no bigger than womp rats, because we used to blast womp rats back home.
And did he used to call you Stardust?
He called me, yeah, he still called me Stardust, yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Everything kind of shakes a little bit in your vision, and Joyous looks, and you see a massive Jankan enter the room and begin to speak with him. And basically, the Jankan says,
Small one, how goes the creation of the engine?
and then Joyous says, I already told you, Garzoon, it's going to take time. These creatures, these myrmikis, they learn at an astounding rate. Where did you and your master manage to find such things? And then Garzoon says,
Hey, Master found them and brought them here to serve. They will obey, for we have their queen. And they will do anything to keep her safe. Hmm?
And Joyous says, good. And that's about when your scribe would kind of like, and you feel yourself rapidly pulled back, and then into your body.
Fred bursts into the room, says, "Hey guys, I'm looking for you guys seen Yala with the YALA? I'm looking for a spot down below. Oh, what you looking at Stephanie's back there for?"
Her shell is very, very clear, like a crystal ball.
Oh yeah, it's the pearl of the sea right there, dude.
And I can use with my magics. I'm able to see very far with it.
Who you looking at? Creeping on somebody? That's not very good. My with
Well,
an M.
we were looking for Sibo with an S, father.
Joyous with a J.
Yeah, Joyous with a J, and I was able to find out where he is.
Well, that's
Thanks
good news. Are we gonna go pick him up then?
Not yet. Oh, well, we're gonna go pick up the thing we need to go pick him up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Shell Team 6 is ready to move on your command, Maya with an M. Ready to roll out. We're thinking night operation, swim in, keep it quiet, make it quick.
All right. Well, we'll see.
All right.
Need a ship.
The good news is I'm excited to go to Yonder now.
Yeah, Maya, with your high insight, you get the feeling that Joyous is a real hard-boiled motherfucker. Yeah.
When he said they had their queen, he was just like, "Good." That's where I got it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's one less objective for Yonder.
Just give it up on him just like that, dang.
Well, I mean, he's not a Yonder
He's
anymore.
not on Yonder, yeah, so.
Oh wait, I mean, sorry, I must have missed. I thought, how did you confirm that they weren't on Yonder?
Because me flying into there, I had to fly into a large tower, in the Forgotten Seas.
Oh,
that was covered in
okay.
storm clouds.
Yeah, we.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
the Assumption
at. Oh, okay, he's
Praxis-
there. Okay, yeah, my
Praxis,
bad, my
yeah, he's
bad.
on Praxis.
I thought you looked out. Oh, okay, nice.
Which means I don't have to worry about him until close to the end of the campaign, right? So,
When he's
sweet,
PvE.
sweet.
All right.
Okay.
Alright.
You're
I
gonna
guess,
meet
yeah.
you're gonna meet Sidon. He's gonna be like, Sibo, I am your father.
No.
Yeah, his like Sidon's stomach, like a hatch opens. It's just your
Yeah.
fucking dad piloting like Sidon
Turns
back.
out
Yeah.
when he disappeared all those years ago, he actually came to Thylea and then created,
Always has been.
Hey,
Yeah.
please don't spoil the Island of Time plotline. Okay, please, we gotta get away with that. Anyways, all right. So next week we will resume with you guys, hopefully tracking down a Sidonite warship, commandeering it. I believe is the plan, and then sailing it right into yonder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Quick announcements. Tomorrow night is Odyssey Prime. They're doing some high level stuff. When that session is over, we're going to be taking 3 weeks off. I don't know how to describe it. We're going to take the next 2 weeks off. But I don't know if that's 3 weeks. I guess we're taking 2 weeks off. So then we'll resume in 3 weeks. Anyways, it sucks, but I got some day job and family stuff that just is taking the next 2 Mondays. Tuesday, Dom continues Cyberpunk Red. And then I continue being a player in Pathfinder 2E Abomination Vaults. We got a pretty badass group of dudes. We have 1 spot left if anybody is interested in joining. We're only 2 sessions in. It's a great opportunity to learn a new system with a bunch of other people. So, if you are interested in that, I can get you the information for it. Wednesday is the final game of Monster Hunter Molten K with Dom. So a little
Watch
nervous.
Eddie make a miraculous comeback.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous for sure. And then Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. If you are the kind of person who slows down when there's a traffic accident, I think you'll really enjoy this Thursday's game. And then Friday, Dom and I are gonna try to figure out what the fuck it means that you can now write Curse of Strahd has relations with the Beholder romance fan fiction of your own. Common, yeah. Like I'm still kind of wrapping my head around everything that's happened in January. We'll do like a January wrap up where we try to figure out just what the fuck happened. Also, Orpheus will continue Rime of the Frost Maiden. Saturday morning, we've got more Red Hand of Doom. They had a similar session to you guys, actually, where they had to make a bunch of really hard decisions. And now they're going to be acting on them starting next week. And then Saturday night, we've got Solasta, I believe, continues. So I'm looking forward to that. Love playing Dungeons & Dragons with an artificial intelligence being the dungeon master, if you know what I mean. Hashtag problematic statement. And then Sunday morning, Curse of Strahd Daybreak, and then Sunday evening we'll be back here. So, all right. Anybody else have any announcements before we adjourn?
Nothing here.
No, nothing here.
All right, sweet. Okay. Well, I hope everybody has a safe and healthy week, and I'll see you around the Discord.
Thanks for the game.
Alrighty.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're going to yonder. I swear. Just keep those fanspiration coming, though. I mean, 3 more fanspirations, and it might really be going. Yeah, I don't know. Just saying. All right, bye.